Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Hollywood After Dark. Today is the 19th, February 2022. It's Saturday night. Do you know where your late night call-in shit is? It's here. It's here tonight, Hollywood After Dark. Open call-ins. It's going to be a lot of fun. Who knows what's going to happen? Who might show up and what drama might ensue, folks? It's been a banger of a night. Let's cap it off with some real hot shit here, Hollywood After Dark. Let's fucking go. Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing? Welcome to the party. Tonight is going to be a little bit different. We are going to be doing a bit of call-ins. Everybody's bringing some ambient noise, ambient music to kind of set the tone. It's kind of chilling. Some lo-fi. You know, let's do lo-fi. I kind of like lo-fi. I haven't messed around with the background music yet for this stuff, but I'm going to drop the link here in a second. But first, got to address some stuff that's going on. So why don't we bring in Mad Max the Mandalorian and talk this stuff out.
Is this where the shit's at? I'm ready to eat it.
Yeah. I told you to eat shit. I did. I told him to eat shit.
Oh, no thanks.
And
I'm not mad at anyone tonight. I'm here to talk a little bit. I don't know if it'll help anything. I personally haven't done anything. I don't believe. I was going to include you in a thumbnail today.
I heard.
And it wasn't going to be. It was just going to be on your criticism of the Discovery merger, and it wasn't going to go personal on you. And you do have influence, so I will use you as a thumbnail again in the future. I foresee. I don't plan on it right now, but
I don't know why you feel like you have to, fucking put me in there at all. Like I have a thought. I don't bring it up all the goddamn time. It's not even that big of a deal.
You have a very strong opinion on it.
I have an opinion that I keep over here, and I do come to your show and I express it there too.
Yeah, and I cover all movie talk, all opinions. I like to cover all sides.
But you also ignore sound evidence that goes against the narrative, and you do. Even last night, Skywalker the Jedi was just saying shit that's not even based in reality.
I like Skywalker the Jedi.
Sure, I'm not saying he's a bad guy.
No, but just to let you know what happened there, I don't agree with everything he's saying. I was that was the first time he's been on my show, so I just let him give free rein a little bit. I don't agree with half the things he said, but he's still a nice dude. And I was just like, okay. But I at a certain point, he was just talking a lot, and you were talking to each other, and
Well, I was silent a lot of it because I was driving. But the idea there, though, is this, man. It's like, look.
That was the first time he's been on my show.
Sure. But when you said,
I gave him a long leash. Yeah.
Sure. But when he said something it's kind of just just non-factual things. And I'm probably a common mistake, but when he was all, John Schnepp said that they lost out on $250 million.
No, I will be real. I didn't push back on him a lot.
That wasn't Schnepp who said that. That wasn't Schnepp who said it, though.
He was also outnumbered. To be fair with the opinions.
Sure. No, I think it's more fun to be outnumbered in those situations, to be honest with you. Yeah. I enjoy going in for those kind of debates. I think a big factor of it is when you because, by the way, just to finish that point.
I do want to say I have done nothing tonight. And if anything, if people are concerned with my chat, I will honestly bring this up, Matt. You were making a lot of things you were making a lot of comments in the chat on my stream.
I was leeway trolling in your chat.
Yes.
Yeah, I was 100% trolling in the chat.
A lot of our shared friends give you a lot of leeway that they do not give me, and I haven't specifically said anything.
Well, I think a lot of
you were saying so what were you saying about one of the people on the panel, on my panel?
Oh, like that? What? I think all I mentioned was Zod, and Zod is insane.
You said a few things about him,
and Zod's insane. He's trying to gaslight people over what he was saying.
And all I said to you, all I was going to use you was your opinion on the Discovery merger. I wasn't going personal, but you said something. You said some personal stuff. I'm not condemning you. I'm just pointing out facts.
None of that has to do with what we're talking about, though. Like I said, I have repeatedly called Zod insane to his face, even.
Okay.
So it's not like it's anything new. And I bring up that comment that he made about James Gunn being a plant, which from what I was being told tonight after he so vehemently attempted to defend himself on your show, was over on Sill's show, once again, espousing very similar thoughts.
Well,
So
wasn't there. I didn't watch the whole stream before
well,
I got on
yeah,
there.
people watch and people talk, and that's kind of how this stuff goes. What I'm talking about, though, is when we talk about the merger, like, again, if you look at the core idea of what it is that they're doing, of what it is that Discovery is really taking over, they're just taking on like a steward position. They're taking on like a managerial role. AT&T is still going to control 70%. It's a 70-30 split with Discovery. Zaslav is overseeing production. He's overseeing the company, but the 70-30% is still going to be that 70% control is still going to be with Warner Media or with Warner Brother AT&T, whatever you want to call it. Or I think just AT&T. AT&T bought into Time Warner for like $108 billion back in 2018 because they wanted to get in on having to expand their telecom company with Time Warner Cable, as well as get in on HBO and Warner Brothers and get in on the streaming game. They they did it at the worst time because of the pandemic and not being able to get the content or get the service into other countries. They've also been kind of padding their numbers by mixing HBO actual subscriptions with HBO Max subscriptions, which the two are not always the same thing. So there's a lot going on with that's going to show you what exactly Zaslav's going to do, which is come back on in and probably go for like less. If he's going to bring director oriented content in there, like Nolan, he's going to go for stuff that's going to be probably new IP, not so much old IP outside of HBO Max. Like HBO Max is going to be where they do most likely a lot of the DC content. And that's what I'm talking about. It's like Zach might come back. Who knows? But then again, if you look at Zach is starting to film in a month and a half. He's in pre-production right now on Rebel Moon. It's a 6-month shoot to edit both movies.
He has been consistent, been able to do multiple projects at once. That doesn't mean he can with this.
Well, he now has to get a new editor because his editor died yesterday. Oh, and that's tragic.
I didn't know that.
That's tragic. So he's got to so he's kind of reeling from that. Really? How old was he was 59 years old. I think he died of cancer. It was tragic.
Well, my main criticism, well, not even criticism, but your strong opinion that I wanted to cover was that you feel that when Zaslav takes over, your opinion, and I think you stated this, is that he's not going to be looking for projects that cost a lot of funds. He's going to, and my opinion is completely opposite. The streaming is where it's at. Streaming, in my opinion, is more important than the theater. And if you want to compete with Netflix, you got to spend a lot of money. And Netflix is constantly going in the debt with their content. And I think if you want to do a change, you're going to have to spend money. Does that mean on the Snyder Cut necessarily? No, it doesn't. It's potentially, but I think that they're going to be aggressive.
I think their aggressiveness though is not going to be necessarily where you believe it will be.
Okay, well, I'm just saying my opinion. I think they're going to be aggressively spending for content, pick big money to get big numbers, and streaming is where it's at. And theaters is still important, movies are still important, but I think I think the focus has changed since the pandemic to streaming first, theater second.
Yeah, no. I get that. I agree. I think they're going to do streaming first, theater second. That just seems to be the way things are going.
I will address RJ in the chat because I love him. I did not break my promise to you, RJ. I defended you. I don't know what you're talking about. If anything, maybe Matt, but not you. I did not break my promise to you, man. I did not. I absolutely did not. Tell me one place where the chat was saying things about you. I can't control his chat. That's an unfair precedent. I'm not there to yell at his chat. What Sil said directly, as soon as you came up, I said I don't want, and I was starting to say if you want to talk to him, you should talk to him directly. If you were listening to you could go watch my video.
And I did. I did reach out to Mikey directly and told them exactly what was going on.
No, I mean I'm talking about when RJ's name came.
Oh, okay.
When Sil brought up RJ's name, I said, hey, he's my friend. And the one time I mentioned you, RJ, is I said, RJ has been consistent in criticizing all scoopers. Because I didn't know if that's the angle he was going into, where he said, that they're friends with some other scoopers, but I don't even think that was directed at you. I think it was directed at someone else.
All I know is I got brought up in that shit. And so, you know.
RJ, you're giving Matt a benefit of the doubt that you're not giving me, because Matt was in there, which is right. He was making comments in the chat. Of course they were going to start bringing up Matt when Matt's in the chat. So you're, again, blaming me for something Matt did. Matt went in the chat, and I'm not blaming you, Matt. I'm not. You have every right to criticize Sil. But again, I'm getting the brunt of the blame when Matt was there in the chat, in my chat first, and then in his chat, saying things that he was challenging Sil. So of course Matt's going to enter the conversation. And then again, you're putting that. What are you talking about, RJ? You're just saying. I didn't say it was Matt's fault. I said, of course, his name's going to be brought up when he's in the chat giving criticism.
I didn't even go into Sil. I didn't go into Sil's stream.
I'm not saying you did anything wrong, Matt. I'm saying, of course, your name's going to get. Isn't it natural that your name's going to get brought up?
Isn't it funny though, the context of which my name gets brought up? Isn't it funny how, like, if I have an opinion but I get treated like I'm the villain because I will go and I'll look at the data as it's presented and I'll be like, this is, Sil even said tonight, no, I did comment on it first. Sil said, it's like, oh, up until like a week ago, everyone thought Keelar was going to keep his job. No one thought Keelar was going to keep his job when this merger's happening.
I brought that up. I didn't agree. Did I necessarily agree?
No, I'm not saying you did, but I'm saying it's like, this is what we're talking about when people criticize Sil and he just deflects like, oh, it's just haters hating, right? But he's outright lying to people. Like, that's our complaint with that shit.
Okay,
right. And that's not on you to like go and do that stuff.
My style is not to go all barrels. You go, to be fair, Matt, when you get on a stream, you're going to go full barrels, all blast. I don't. I bring up certain things. In RJ, I was explaining that I defended you, and if anything, that maybe I wasn't defending Matt as much as I was defending you. That's the only.
I don't need anyone to defend me.
Right.
I don't
because I know that, Matt, and because you were also in the chat. That's why I didn't defend you as much as RJ. I 100% defended RJ. And then when your stuff came up, you were in the chat too. You're allowed to be there, but I'm not. I'm a villain. You talk about people making you a villain. I didn't do anything tonight. I did absolutely nothing. I did stick to my word. And then he wasn't letting it go with you. And then did you notice I left? Maybe I should have left a minute earlier. Is a fair criticism. Maybe I should have left 1 minute earlier. I was starting to get my foot out the door. And then he's like, he did, to be fair, he's like, okay, I'll stop. And then he did it again. And then I said, like, this is a pattern. I'm getting out of here. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's all, that's the whole point though. This whole thing is a fucking mess. And okay. So, RJ is here. Do you care?
No, I don't care.
Right.
He's my friend.
Hold on real quick. Hold on. After we get to the blood sports, because apparently there's blood sports.
I don't want
the call-in link. The call-in link is currently pinned, and you guys can start lining up. We'll be doing pop culture questions and shit like that.
Yes, I apologize, Jarbo. I'm not trying to distract from your stream. I was trying to do my own stream at the moment. Max, I'm really disappointing you. I think you generally hurt me, and you disappoint a lot of people tonight.
What did I say to hurt you?
What you did, it's not what you said, Max, it's what you did.
Listen.
No,
other people,
hold on.
No. Other people you're friends with can go on every other stream.
No, stop.
Because I went on his stream?
Enosh gave you a 15-minute lecture saying not to go on that stream. And you did it anyway, and that's fine. But what did people say? Nothing good's going to come from it, and nothing's going to result from it except people getting hurt, and people got hurt. Not only that, but you promised. You said, so I promise, guys, if anyone shit talks anyone, anyone's name gets brought up, I'll leave right away. You couldn't even hold your promise the moment my name got brought up.
Did you see how quick I defended you?
I don't care that you defended me, Max. I appreciate that, but you're missing the point. That's why your video upset me too. You don't get the point, Max. It's not the fact that you defended me. That's great, but you couldn't keep your word whatsoever.
I did keep my word.
No,
I said didn't. I don't want to talk about that. I stopped it cold.
You did not leave the stream.
I stopped it cold.
And guess what? When Jarbo's name got brought up the first time, you're like, oh, I gotta leave.
Jarbo was antagonizing in the chat.
Why
Just
is it
like
always about Jarbo? Why is it always about him?
Because he was doing it in the chat. You were always talking about the toxic chat. Do you know what he was saying about Zod in my chat? But everyone's saying, you give Matt a pass, but you don't give me. I haven't said a goddamn thing about anybody.
Hold on.
I haven't said a goddamn thing about anyone today.
Hey, Matt, I thought what you said to Zod, I think you went a little too overboard.
Oh, oh my God. Oh my God. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
I can't believe this shit. This is some stupid ass bullshit. I haven't said anything negative.
You know what? Saggy was 100% right about you. 100%. You put YouTube over friendships. You 100% do.
Why am I here?
You're here to defend your ass.
What? How did I put my friendship or YouTube over you?
You literally went on Sil's stream.
Yes. You have a problem.
What is that about?
I don't. I don't have a problem.
You literally play devil's advocate. You literally play association. You play devil's advocate for Sil because you're too pussy enough to actually stand up to him and lose your Snyder Cut
What
viewers.
The fuck are you talking about? I said I don't believe the things you said tonight. I said that on his stream. I challenged him.
That's great.
I didn't challenge as much as you would like to do or that Matt would like to do.
That's great. I'm glad you did. The point being, though, man, all I expect from you is to hold true to your word. You can't even do that.
RJ, you were literally in the words of the mouth for like 2 seconds, and I shut it down. And then the chat was
you
talking
said,
about it.
Did you not say, if anyone shit talks anyone, I will leave immediately?
He didn't shit talk you.
But here's the thing, too.
He brought up your name and said you were criticizing him.
Hold on.
Which you did criticize him.
Hold on. You'll leave the second time around when Jarbo's name gets brought up, but me,
because
no, you don't show me the same level of respect.
RJ, if he was talking negative about you, I would have left. He brought up that you're criticizing him, and I was defending you, and I said, RJ criticizes all scoopers. If he said anything derogatory about you, I would have left. He didn't say anything derogatory. He's bringing up the criticism you levied at him, and that is fair game in the commentary game. Again, that is fair game.
My point.
He didn't say anything negative about you,
Max. You said if anyone's name gets brought up because people raise an exact concern to you about people's names getting dropped, because that was the tone of the stream you walked into. You walked in there. You chose to be there despite everyone telling you don't do it, and you didn't listen. Because I don't listen to you. I know you don't. That's why you're in this pickle right now. You don't listen to anybody. I'm not in no goddamn pickle. I didn't do anything. You lost me as a friend, so I'm just letting you know. That's your fault. That's your fault. That's all I've done. Blame me. No, I didn't blame. No, you're. Guess what? You're following. You hurt Isaac too. You hurt Isaac too. You gonna apologize to Isaac? For what? You know he made a video about you, right? Where he was generally hurt and upset because of what you did to him. About what? I didn't talk. You literally used his comment as ammo for your own argument, dude. I highlighted his comments. You didn't highlight all of his comments. You made him out to be this jerk. And he was repeatedly saying,
I have to lower my volume because I woke up my wife.
Oh, good job.
I woke up my girlfriend like 3 times during the Jeremy fight.
Hey, Zeno, little bitch, shut up. Because you do this in other chats, and that's why you're blocked, and I want nothing to do with you. You're trying to egg stuff on just in here, and you keep, and literally tonight, Zeno, I love it. You literally went over to Soul Stream. I love it, man. Love that consistent energy from you, dude. Great.
RJ, I love you, man. I defended you. If there was anything derogatory, I would have said it, and you're doing guilt by association here.
I'm not doing guilt by association. I literally have told you repeatedly. I don't think that associating with Sil in the way that you have and playing devil's advocate, and I feel like you're using his content to platform your own. I said that wasn't a good idea. I was still your friend. I've been very patient with you, even when everyone else is telling me that you know what you said.
You know what you said when someone was right. That's your first mistake, taking bad advice.
Oh, so Saggy gives bad advice. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Really?
Yes.
How so? Tell me.
Because you're This is not the route to go down if you want to criticize others being this.
I don't
being
criticize
like this.
others. I talk pop culture on my channel. I'm not a drama channel like Saggy. You got
Okay.
criticism for her. Don't make it the same criticism for me.
You brought it up. You brought it up. You're the one that brought it up. No, you brought it up on stream. I should have listened to her. I said that in a private DM.
Get your facts straight. Get your facts straight. I said that in a private Twitter DM.
Did he just say it on stream? He said it earlier on the stream.
Yeah, I should have listened to her. Yes, I did say that. Yes, you're right.
Yes,
I apologize. Yes, I did.
It's no problem. People make mistakes on, talking on stream. You didn't realize you said it, but you did. I didn't bring her up. You did. Listen, I'm here for you. I've been here for you. I didn't do anything to you tonight. I can't control what other people say, except for the person directly I'm talking to. So he brought up some criticisms because people are very critical of him right now. And I tried to do it
and
in
that's
a nuanced
fine,
way.
man. But you know what? And here's the other thing too. You say
Saggy,
you can't...
get your ass on here too. Get your ass on here too. If you're going to be in the chat, let's have a big old party.
It's not necessarily what I wanted to have happen.
I don't know. She's gonna chime in. The blocking gang that block people.
And you make an accusation that we're trying to cancel you. Really?
No, friends.
You're gonna make accusations that we're trying to cancel you. Really?
Friends don't block each other like.
I'm not your friend right now. Not your friend right now.
No, she is the problem with her irrational behavior and blocking everyone instead of dealing with a friend. A friend is there when you have a disagreement. A friend doesn't block someone when you disagree with them.
It wasn't a disagreement, Max. I blocked you because you hurt me.
I didn't say anything to you.
It doesn't matter. What your actions, Max? It's your actions.
My actions is I went on another stream. And then you let Saggy have free reign. She goes wherever she wants to go. But Max, he can't go wherever
Saggy
he needs to go.
doesn't gaslight me.
I'm not gaslighting you.
Yes, you are. You called out Matt for gaslight. You do the exact same thing.
Saggy, you're too sensitive. You're like Frost from G4. If you're gonna talk about,
he said this in a private backstage, guys. He called both of us Frost from G4, by the way.
Exactly,
backstage.
And I was being helpful by giving you that criticism.
No, you weren't.
Yes,
you hurt me.
I was telling you the truth.
It's not criticism, Max. It's an insult.
It's the truth.
Anyway, I'm gonna leave, Matt. I apologize for going through with this. I'm gonna be doing my own stream right now. But yeah, I'm just airing it out. I apologize to everyone who's waiting to get in the call-in line right now. This is not what this was supposed to be about, but I apologize, Matt.
I completely understand. It's you guys want to have it out. That's fine.
I'm just saying, I'm done. So that's all I want to say.
You're lost.
That's fine.
I was
good
here
luck.
for your all time.
Good luck with your network, man. Good luck with your future endeavors. But I'm not the only person you might be losing. So you know what? I would really consider how you talk to people, how you do things on YouTube, because it's getting to be absolutely ridiculous on your end.
I haven't done anything. I had some fun with the hot take yesterday. We were having fun at the end of the night. Everyone today is so sensitive.
Here's the thing with that though. And I'll say this from my perspective and then we can move on. You do have the tendency of riling people up. Only to
hot take.
But your hot takes though, I don't think you give a lot of when you hot take what your friends say.
You are Frost Saggy. You still have me blocked. You don't do that to a friend. I can't even contact you anymore. You are Frost. And that's what RJ did to me too. He pulled a Saggy Melons. Absolutely. That's why you're too sensitive.
I don't know. Okay. I don't know if calling her Frost because she blocked you is
worried about people's chats. When Matt Jarbo comes in the chat and says some shit that's as toxic as anyone else they're complaining about.
I was trolling tonight.
I know, yes.
I was trolling.
I try not to block trolls, but they let you do whatever the hell you want.
Well, we're not talking about me.
But I'm saying they give you free reign where they don't give it to me. They give you a long leash, and then they complain about.
Well, I think the difference is though, but
other people that I have nothing.
But they know these people. These people know what I'm.
Wherever you want, but Max has to control other people's words.
Well, it's not that, Max. It's not that. It's like you do these hot takes and then you rile people up and then you come in like, and then they come in with a counter opinion and then you have a tendency of talking over people and then saying stuff like, well, you don't know that.
So
do you?
I think I'm a little better about it than you, and I'll be honest. I think that's honest. That is my opinion. But I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what.
$3 theater, yeah.
For the sake of this, because if I'm on, I try to be kind on people's channels. But I will say this: for the sake of just keeping this from derailing into an utter shit show, I will get Saggy's here.
Cool.
If you guys want, we'll give this 5 minutes. We'll give this 5 minutes because I want to move on. There's other people that are in the chat, and we'll just get this out, get this done. Right now, I don't know. It's not pot calling the kettle black, dude. No, not at all. Like, I have hot takes, but I also back them up with a lot of info.
Melons. I'm ready.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Hey,
here we
Saggy.
go. 5 minutes on the clock.
I'm Frosk.
Yes.
Why?
The last time you were on my
Max,
channel.
you literally told me and RJ that we disrespected you because we politely told you we weren't coming on your channel anymore. And you said that there was a slight on you, and we said no. We still wanted to be your friend. We were still cool. We just didn't want to be on your channel. Your fucking audience doesn't fucking like us. They make it very fucking clear every time we were there. So we wanted to give you and your audience a break from listening to us and our bad fucking takes on your channel. And that's why we told you we weren't going to come on, but we were still cool with you. We told you you were welcome on our channel anytime you wanted, but because your audience is there for you and not for us, we weren't going to be there. It was really that simple. Now, does that seem like an irrational thing?
The last time you were on my channel, someone said Saggy's going to get triggered. You said I'm triggered and I'm out.
Okay, and then I left, right? So somebody said triggered, I got triggered, I left. Cool. So if I'm getting triggered from your fucking chat, Max, and I don't want to fucking be there, and I tell you this, you take it as a personal slight on you. No, go fuck yourself. Because everyone thinks you're a fucking saint, and you fucking you caused me 2 fucking mental breakdowns with your gaslighting bullshit. RJ was there for one of it. So no, don't get.
Would you tag Hot Jeremy?
You are just like Jeremy. You're never going to be Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, Max. Just fucking drop it. You're never going to be Jeremy.
I don't want to be Jeremy. I'm
be
better
your own
than
person. You're not. Because if you were, you would have more than 5,000 subscribers on your fucking channel.
Would you tag?
How many times are you going to use your friend Matt as a thumbnail? Max, how many times are you going to use Matt Jarbo, your fucking friend, as clickbait?
How many times have you put me and Matt in your thumbnail?
People, bro.
It's okay when you do it.
I tell him I'm going to do it. Do you tell him every time you do it? No, I've used it twice.
I said he was probably going to be in my thumbnail again. So again, it's okay when Saggy does it. It's okay when Matt's trolling in the chat.
Max, you literally use him as a thumbnail and then you go in on him.
No,
so I don't know what. There's a difference. I use it as a joke. You use it and go in on him.
You would tag Jeremy, Hot Jeremy, that there's people in your chat that you're unreasonable, that you give other people free reign. But Max has to control everything that's happening on his chat.
No one told you to control everything. We just said we weren't going to be there.
So that's how you deal with friends? You block them consistently? It was like 3 times?
Max, I blocked you once. Get over it. And it was done. I haven't talked about you in a while, but you had no problem talking about me. No, I haven't talked about you. You talked about me.
RJ brought you up, and the reason your name came up is because he's following the Saggy Melons playbook.
I didn't say what are you talking about?
By blocking people.
You have this weird thing where RJ is not his own person, and you've said this to me multiple times. He is his own person, Max. He's not Matt Jarbo. He's not Matt Jarbo Jr. He's not Saggy Melons Jr.
I should have listened to Saggy, and then he blocked me. He did exactly what you did.
Okay, so that's my fault. You know what I told RJ? Do what you want, RJ. I don't care. It has nothing to do with you. It's between me and Max. Jimbo, so if RJ's doing that in your face, sorry, you don't gotta take that shit on me.
Jimbo,
you do use your friend. You use Matt all the time, bro. You use Matt all the time.
In my thumbnail today to
use
say
him all the
because
time.
He's critical about the Discovery merger. How is that personal?
You use him all the time. You literally told him he gaslit you because he disagreed with your friggin' thoughts on the Snyder Cut.
No.
Over movies, Max.
Gaslighting because he says I turn a blind eye to talk.
But you gaslit all your friends. You don't even know what gaslighting is. How are you going to tell people to gaslight you? You don't even know he's gaslighting people?
I didn't gaslight anyone. I said
you 100% gaslit me.
I felt that he was gaslighting because he keeps saying I'm ignoring bad behavior. When I address it behind the scenes.
You 100% gaslit me because I didn't want to be on your stream anymore. That's it. No. You literally made it about you. You made it about you, and we told you it wasn't about you.
When I talked to you, RJ privately, and then all of a sudden you're DMing me at the same time. And then you said
When that happened once.
So you said talk to me directly. So I talked to you directly. I sent you're too sensitive, and then you blocked me.
That's not even what happened. Now you're lying?
No, I'm
Really?
not. Don't. What am I lying about? The last time you talked, before you blocked me.
I blocked you after you left a comment
said,
on my channel.
Yeah,
after you left a comment on my
why did I go there? Because you said come to me directly. So I came to you directly, and then you blocked me.
Max, here's the thing, we already had the discussion with me, you, and RJ. So I don't understand why you thought that after that you still had to make that same comment. We were fine after that call. At least me and RJ thought we were fine. Clearly you had you clearly walked away from that not fine.
Because I take your advice. I talked to Ty from Pop Culture Corner behind the scenes, and you always say the last word on your stream. You're still talking about it. So I was doing everything behind the scenes. I was doing everything behind the scenes, trying to resolve issues behind the scenes, and you still give your commentary on your live streams afterwards. You always have to have the last say. I'm not going to be associated. I'm not going to be associated with Max anymore. That's not fair to have the last word in there. It makes it look like I've done something and I haven't done shit.
Max, that was literally after I blocked you, bro. Relax. And first of all, again, this. You hear yourself. We didn't want to come on your channel anymore. You made that about you. We said it wasn't about you. You literally used the words. I feel like you're disrespecting me because you don't want to come on my stream anymore. So that means you only care about your fucking YouTube channel, Max. When it comes to friends and YouTube, bullshit. Because if that was the case, you saying that we were disrespecting you because we wanted to stay your friend but not be on your YouTube channel means you only care about your fucking YouTube channel.
No, it's not.
Yes, yes, it is, Max.
No.
Yes, it is, Max.
Now you're lying about
That's not a fucking lie. That's a fact. Did you not say we were disrespecting you because we weren't going to be on your channel? Did you not say that? Yes or no? Yes or no?
There was a different context.
Yes or no, Max? Give me a yes or no. This was already more than 5 minutes. Did you not tell me and RJ that we disrespected you because we didn't want to come on your channel? Yes or fucking no?
I
bullshit.
Said you're
a fucking bullshit liar.
Would you let
RJ
me
was
respond?
there.
Would you let me respond?
You already said it. No. I said yes or no.
Here's the context that you're not presenting, Saggy. I said you're disrespecting me because you don't want to be there, but then you're also streaming on your stream and saying how toxic my chat is. If you're not going to be there, then don't stream while I'm streaming saying, look how bad his chat is. That's what I said is disrespectful.
Did I though?
So you're lying, Melons.
Did I though?
Yes.
Oh, where? When did I
you
stream
were
and say, look at that?
And saying, oh, look at his chat. Look at his chat. If you can't be there, don't stream and say, look how bad his chat is. And
why don't you strike me then? Because I can stream whatever the fuck I want, Max. If I want to stream snipe you, bitch, I'm going to fucking stream snipe you. How about that? If you want, you can fucking strike me. How about that?
Saggy,
you can't. No, take this motherfucker out. You don't get to tell people how to handle their channel, bro. You don't tell me how. You don't tell me how to
fucking lied on me, and you got caught.
No, okay, I got caught. How?
You said I disrespected you. I said you're disrespecting me
because I stream sniped you and made a joke,
and then you stream snipe and say that the chat is bad.
Can't be there. I made a joke. It was a joke. Calm your fucking little penis down, please, sir. Because I literally stream sniped you in the beginning. I was making little jokes about your fucking background and saying how cute it was. And then Zeno went in there and said I was talking shit about you. And then we were talking about Zeno. And again, you're fucking making things.
Are you a neutral party, Matt? If you're going to make comments like that in the chat.
I didn't say it was neutral.
You're
I just thought it was
shit,
funny.
Max. You literally lied.
It has been.
RJ was there.
You let Matt.
RJ was there.
Listen.
Yes, because when we're here, Max. When we are here, Max, his chat respects us more than your chat does. Get the fuck over it.
No,
your chat doesn't like us. We don't go to your channel. Simple. End of story.
I can't control the internet.
Good.
Would you expect anyone else?
But I can control what channels I go on, Max. And I said I don't want to be on your channel, and you took that personally.
How am I lying?
Literally, RJ was there. RJ was there.
It's disrespectful when you're streaming about me. If you're not going to be there, you're streaming about me, and you say, "Look how bad."
So you can't take criticism. So
No.
you can't take criticism.
No,
So
no,
when people make videos about you, Max, you're gonna tell them that same energy. Hey, if you don't want to come on the show, you can't talk about me on yours. Go tell all the YouTubers who made videos about you that.
No, I said that's disrespect. If you really can't be the chat, don't talk about it on your live stream. And then
I can talk about whatever I want, though. It's called criticism.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so this has gone on way longer than I thought. You guys, I mean, listen, I would argue like, you know, Max, I find it, my angle on this is that, like, you know, you're using me as some kind of deflection and then talking about the chat. The chat's not the person who's running the stream or the person who's on camera.
I don't highlight bad stuff. You know, you, RJ, and Saggy all throw heat at the Snyder fans. I can't control if they dislike you. And I said,
and I don't give a fuck. We don't have to be on your show.
Let me finish. I said it was disrespectful. If you really can't be there, then why are you talking about me on a stream saying how bad it is? If it's really that bad, don't look at it.
Max, how many times have you talked about us on your stream? Like, fuck's sakes, how many times have you talked about Matt and gone at Matt about his takes about the Snyder Cut? Like, do you hear Matt has Matt even ever really made a fucking video about you directly? Has he used your face on thumbnail? There's only so many times you can there's so many times you can put me on your fucking thumbnail where I'm gonna be fucking pissed. As a fucking friend, you shouldn't be fucking doing that all the time. You got criticism, that's fine. By the way, I can take criticism. What I can't take is fake fucking friends. And that's what I can't take. Yeah, okay.
Spread
look
all
what
the
happened now,
lies
Max.
you want
I
about
haven't
me.
talked about you. I haven't talked about you. I haven't thought about you in a fucking month. Look what's happening now. Why is RJ upset with you now? Oh, did RJ see the light?
Someone else said
did
something.
RJ see the light? I didn't say shit. I didn't even know this was going on. So what are you gonna do? Blame me?
Because I went on Stillstream, but you could go on Stillstream, and that's no issue.
Yeah, because I don't fucking sit there and fucking still says something about RJ or fucking Matt. I fucking nipped that in the butt.
And I did too.
Right away. And
not Matt so much because Matt was in the chat trolling.
Cool. I didn't even see the streams. I didn't even see the streams, so I don't know.
That's why I say Saggy gets
free reign. But
clearly
RJ did.
Max
but clearly RJ did.
Saggy gets free reign. Max doesn't. So
Saggy gets free reign for what?
Saggy's allowed to go on Stillstream even though.
But I don't. Do I? But I don't do.
You've done it before.
Do I go on? Yeah, before. Have I been there lately? And there's no slight on Sil. I still like Sil. But I understand what his audience is about. They're Snyder fans. They're Snyder fans. I know where not to go. Same with you. I don't go on your channel for the same reason I don't go on Sil's.
If you wanted to go on, it would be fine. But if I go on, it's a crime.
Max, you're a friggin' Snyder fan.
Yeah.
The Sil's group and audience, they're Snyder fans. A lot of your audience are Snyder fans. If I'm not going to go on your chat, because your chat are big hardcore Snyder fans and they view me as anti-Snyder, I'm not going to go on yours. Same reason I don't go on Sil's, because I'm anti-Snyder to them. I still like Sil, but I'm not going to go on this channel.
No, you wouldn't get
now it's still now do I have to fucking have another call-in stream like this with Sil to explain this to him? Because he got it right away when I explained it to him. Why can't you? Because you take it personally, Max.
All right. I'm gonna call this one for right now because it's been 15 minutes.
No, it's okay. Max can do no wrong. Y'all can kiss his ass. He's a fucking little innocent sweet baby that needs you to fucking coddle him.
Go use sarcasm.
I'll be Frosk from G4 Max. Unsubscribe, unfollow. Oh wait, I already did that. You have a nice fucking life.
I hope you do too. Real adults can say that I wish her the best, and I still want her to succeed. I want Matt to succeed. I want RJ to succeed. And if you really look at the context there, you'll see who's being an adult and who a real friend is when things don't go well and you still talk to each other, and don't bitch out and quit like Frosk from G4.
I don't know if I fully get that reference because I don't know everything Frosk did.
Too concerned with the chat. You know, what are you going to do? I mean, I have a small channel. I don't have delusions of grandeur. I have 5K subs. If you can't handle a chat like that, how are you going to handle anything else? How are you going to collab with any big YouTuber when someone sees in the chat and using triggered? And I said, you got triggered by the word triggered. And that's an absolutely fair criticism. But here's Hans. He wants to criticize me too, I'm sure, before I leave.
Well, Rational here did drop a $5 super chat. Thank you. Saying here that RJ is right. This shit is getting toxic. By the way, Saggy and others were also in a Twitter space with Casey Walsh, who can be toxic bully at times. And I actually completely agree about that. I think Casey Walsh does go a little bit too hard when he doesn't have to, you know. So it does go on either side. I mean, people go hard on the internet. I think in this case, because I know it does boil down to basically a fucking movie, but it's also like, you know, we're talking about identity here, you know, like
it's not my whole identity. I'm a big fan. I want to succeed. I said I don't need, my video was like, I don't need it to continue. I just want the Justice League to continue.
Well, and all things considered, it did at the end of Peacemaker. I mean, we found out that they had body doubles for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, and they cut out two of them.
I'll be real too before I go. Our friendship's not what it once was, but we're still cordial. So I hope to keep it that way.
Here's the thing. All I want out of you is like, if you dislike one of my takes.
Yeah, I want to criticize it. But I
don't criticize it, but like at least do me the solid of like going like, hey, I'm gonna do this. And then like, you know, or
tell you each time?
No, or like invite me on. I'll come on and we could do it live. I don't care about that.
I'll be real. The reason I didn't invite you on, I'll be transparent here. I would have had you on if it wasn't for the Zod situation, because you were trolling Zod, and I didn't want it to be a big blowout. If it wasn't Zod on there, I would have invited you on.
That's fine.
I made a decision based on what you were doing in the chat. You were trolling them. You said some, you know, jokes that were kind of like, you were taking shots at him, and I didn't want another blowout. And I do know, regardless of what you think is Zod or not, he's trying to get away. Even though he went into some Snyder talk on my stream earlier, he's trying to get away from too much Snyder content. He's been focused on video games and other stuff, and people keep bringing up his, I think, even had a bad take on his stream, and people keep bringing that up. And he's trying to do other content. He got to 1K subs because he's doing video game content. I don't know if anyone knew that.
I did not.
No, so he is trying not to, and he actually, before we streamed today, he's like, I'm trying to enjoy more things. And I talked to him privately behind the scenes, and we have disagreements, big disagreements, where he was upset with me too. But you know what the difference was? I said, don't let our friendship end here, and I was able to DM him. I can't do that if you block me. I can't DM you and say, let's talk this out if you block me.
Yeah, no, I get that. I think part of it, though, again, with Zod is like, it's not just that one take. You know, he also
he's trying.
He had a live stream a while back.
You admit that this is emotional for a lot of people, right?
Oh, I absolutely, yeah.
So on their emotions is kind of.
But there's a difference, though. Hold on, let me finish what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
It's not just that one stream. He also had another one a while back where they had on people and they were like basically saying like who was real fans, who wasn't real fans, and like who to ignore.
I disagree with that. Yeah,
and that's some toxic as fuck shit, right? And then to play the victim, which is what he does every time he gets fucking cornered. That's kind of the whole point.
He's trying to be better.
Then good. Let him be better. Fine.
Really, I really do. He's trying different things. You know.
Yeah. Well, anyway, you know, maybe one day we will. Who knows? But I did get a $20 super chat here from Hans. Thank you, Hans, by the way. Saying here, everything being said by Saggy is similar to what Max would say about the Fandom Menace. The Fandom Menace said they weren't like that too. Max refuses to look at himself from the outside in. That's my 2 cents since I won't come on. Enjoy the Graham Jarba. Well, thank you for the $20. I do appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks, Hans.
I mean, like, do you feel like you're kind of going Fandom Menace?
No, because I don't criticize on superficial bullshit and woke stuff. I actually use the context. If I criticize something, I watch it. I think it's fair to criticize the execution of the Justice League returning after 5 years. And I'm not just making up bullshit to fit an algorithm.
No, I know that
those
you
are
are
my
not
honest
making
takes.
up. Yeah, I understand,
I think the internet's gone too far where every single criticism now means you're toxic, like the Fandom Menace, which is
I think in essence though, Max. I think in essence though, you know, like I listened to your dollar store Justice League.
I just did that off the cuff. I was having fun.
But you were legitimately getting angry though, and that let me touch upon that real quick, and I'm not gonna reveal any personal information, but I do know a bit about you. and I know your job is high stress.
Yeah,
And
I was really in stress.
And I think that you antagonize people because of your high stress job. And like last night, people got riled up on your stream, and it was going hot and heavy for like a couple hours. And then you're in the side chat going like, "Oh, I love this," And I think you like chaos. I think it's chaos.
No,
because I think I do. I think it makes you feel,
I'll be honest.
perhaps it makes you feel a bit better.
No, I don't want people to get hurt feelings or upset, but I like strong conversation. Like I always say, I like Bill Maher. I like when people completely disagree and try to bounce ideas of each other. Of course, Bill Maher's show, Real Time with Bill Maher, I watch it every week. The thing is, they stop after a while and they put a pin on it, which is hard to do on the internet because internet people like blood sports. They want to win an argument. On Real Time, they sometimes agree to disagree. So I love when people challenge ideas and you completely disagree with me. And if I criticize you, most of the time it's not going to be personal. Do you think I've ever gone at you in a personal way?
I think you've gone at me unfairly.
I've said you're wrong.
I don't care if you say that I'm wrong.
Okay.
But you have misconstrued things that I've said. You have
if I got something wrong.
You've done that, but you've done that more than once though. Because I've got you to admit it and then apologize for it. That's the difference though. Is like you've come at me over stuff and like ignored context.
Well, the one time I did apologize to you. I made a mistake when I was out of town. I got back because I got all worked up to make content because I was listening to your live stream and I was like, and you're right. Usually I would have jumped on to disagree with you, but I made a video. So there you go. I think I did make the mistake that one weekend. Remember, I was out of town. I was listening to because I sometimes catch your show on the replay, and sometimes I come on like, woo, I'm ready to talk about this. It's not personal. I never go personal.
I don't, you do keep it fair. I'll give you that. You that. But
I don't go, I try really hard not to go personal. And if I do criticize you, I just think you're wrong on your take. That's it. That's all there's to it. I don't go personal. Or, I might be personal when I say people can't handle criticism, and I'm sorry for that. And I do want you to have a great life, and I think you'll be successful, whatever. I still wish you the best.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. And I do want your channel to grow too. I just want you to I want you personally to take a step back over the Snyder stuff and ask yourself if you're too close to it.
I honestly, I said your perception of me is not what my perception of myself is.
No, but my perception of you is also.
I feel like I'm being in the middle, where I see that it could continue, but I'm not putting all my eggs in that basket. And I challenged Sil enough on his stream where I said, if you're wrong, I'm going to cover that. I say, you're putting yourself way out there on this that no one else is saying it. And if you're wrong, I'm going to cover it. I'm not going to hate you if you're wrong. I'm just going to say you were wrong. And then I'm going to say the next time they come out with a scoop, I'm going to believe it less. They're less likely to come true. I told that to him on the stream.
No,
I nuanced, and he said, hey, if I lost on something, come back to me. That's what he told me.
Well, it's not that. Yeah. Well, there's a whole other side of that with him. He hides behind Mikey constantly. He uses Mikey as a shield for everything. I don't want to get into it because that's my criticisms of Sil, and I would have no problem saying that to his face.
I don't. It's not.
It would not go well.
I will say one other thing. Matt Jarbo, remember when a certain individual, when you weren't prepared and you were out doing deliveries, which is fair, was not prepared. I do not surprise people on stream. I always say
fine.
So that I'm just telling you there. I would have liked Matt to come on. It was not my place. So I'm just saying right that there tonight because some people would have liked to see you challenge. So I would be in the audience for that. I would watch that type of
it would. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But all right, man. Well, hey, listen, I'll let you go so you get to bed because I know it's 3 a.m. your time. And because I've also got a full back room of people right now.
Yeah, I know if you think I've done any wrong in the chat, that's criticize me. I want you all to have a great night. I love you all. and I was a little down earlier in the week, but I was, you know what the most frustrating thing is before I go, I was happy to do a hot take, and I was just letting my freak flag fly, and it caused problems, and that's not my intention. I just wanted to have a hot take and, you know, try something up. You know how you mix it up, Matt, when you're feeling a little stale and down about your content? I was mixing it up, trying things. I wasn't trying to cause anyone harm. I was just trying to have fun. And I really didn't think people would take certain things personally, like with the simp talk. I thought it was just funny. And I really wasn't mad. I was just releasing. And that's all I was doing. All right.
All right.
Take it easy. Have a great stream. All right.
Yeah. No, thank you. Thank you.
All right. Bye, everyone.
All right. See you later, Max. Check him out. Mad Max Mandalorian. There we go. All right. So, coming up next, we've got the engineer. Anna, how's it going?
Oh, hey. Yeah, that's still my nickname from when I was on a stream earlier.
Are you fucking alive? Where the fuck have you been?
Where have I been?
Where have you been? This is what inquiring mind.
Oh shit, you just cut out there.
No, I'm here. Sorry.
All right, cool. Well, I've been enduring seasonal depression, like multiple fucking snowstorms, a ton of fucking bullshit I've been dealing with. And also, the reason why I haven't really been going on many other streams lately is because I've been building up another channel in the background and doing some other shit, a lot of other projects. But I'm already back for spring, though. So starting around like early March, you should start seeing me a lot more on YouTube, doing shit on my channel and coming on here more. So, yeah. You there, buddy?
Yeah, I did. Sorry, I had to mute I was taking a drink.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's great. I get the seasonal effectiveness disorder really bad. Like I started noticing that it's staying lighter longer in the day, and we're getting a bit more sun here in Washington, you know, and I'm like, okay, good. It's finally maybe starting to go away. I can maybe start feeling like a normal human being again.
I know, yeah. Like, I don't even realize how bad it's been for me until I get, like, a taste of, like, some spring weather. We got that recently. It was, like, clear outside and somehow, like, still, like, 60 degrees. And I was like, wow, this is what it means to, like, be alive, isn't it? Like, it's like, goddamn, I missed that shit. But I do want to say thank you to everybody in the chat. I'm getting a lot of love right now. I missed you guys, too. I mean, some of you guys I've seen you around, but I've missed you guys. It's nice to see you. I'm definitely going to make more time for this show as much as I can in the future. So, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, it's, I mean, things might be changing. I've been thinking pretty heavily about that.
Oh, really? Really? Any
yeah. Well,
it's share right now?
Well, yeah. So it's more or less the idea. I'm not canceling the show or nothing like that, but I might start scaling back the streams, not doing as many.
That's fair. Yeah.
Just because I need to like start regulating my sleep more. That's really about it.
Yeah, no, I understand, man. The reason why I haven't been on here as much is because I'm trying to like not stay up at like 3 a.m. as much.
Yeah.
you know
yeah.
What I mean?
Well, because like I get like sometimes like, okay, I'll start like at 10, I could be done by like maybe 11:30 and then go play a couple hours of video games and unwind. And then like something happens and then it goes from like 11:30 until like 1 a.m. And like, well, now I can't play video games. And I'm just kind of like, but I'm awake. You know, I'm wired. You know, now I'll fully admit tonight I'm wired, and that has a lot to do with the fact that I was on a delivery order for Sonic earlier, and it was a double order for like $15. Like, all right, whatever, it's close by. And I drive over there, and they tell me, oh yeah, we're not doing Uber orders right now. And I'm like, well, fuck, man, I already made the trip over here, you know. And Uber doesn't pay you, doesn't compensate you if the order's been canceled or like the restaurant's closed. So I was like, you know what, screw it. I'll just like I'll order like a small milkshake as like a treat, you know.
Yeah,
and
you deserve a
and
fucking milkshake.
Sure, I don't do them very often, but I'm a fat ass. I like fucking milkshakes.
Yeah,
you know, I'm also a type 2 diabetic, so maybe not the best time to do it, but you know, whatever. I mean, I'd throw caution to the wind. And so I go to order it, and she's like, "Oh, our shake machine is busted." So she gives me basically like the Sonic Burger version of like of a Blizzard for free. And then I called up Uber and I complained, and they gave me like half the fare. I was like, all right, that was an easy $7.
Nice,
and a free Blizzard. I'm doing pretty good. And then
you're on
of course,
that Blizzard sugar high, dude.
I am. Yeah. 100%, man. 100%. So it's very interesting. So I thought, you know what, screw it. We'll do a call-in show tonight. It's been a while since I've done this. I did one last night over on the Matt Jarbo channel, which was very interesting. And oh my god, I can only do those like once every so often.
Once every year. Yeah.
Kinda. It feels like, yeah. I mean, well, like you get some weird people over there, right? Because it's a totally different style of audience. So that was fun.
There's a lot
And
of
that-
shit posters there.
Yeah. Actually, Hondo here.
Hey, what's up, Hondo?
As $5, man. Thank you. Says, have you considered setting up a voicemail for the show like Seki Melons has? Thoughts on the Five Nights at Freddy movies? Well, Hondo, I actually have a voicemail that people can call into. In fact, actually, here's the, like, you can call it right now, 323-305-4101. I gotta get to a couple of those and everything else. Also, as for the Five Nights movie, man, who knows what's going on with that thing? It's gone through more directors and more rewrites than anything else I've seen in a while. So, you know.
Shout out to Hondo, by the way. He's a really good
Hondo's
dude.
dope. Hondo does not like the guy that I had on stream last night for a while. And dude, trust me, the people that were trying to share porn all came from his camp. So there's that.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. You can, there's that. But thank you very much, Hondo. Really appreciate that. All right, you know what? Because I want to keep Anna around. If you want to hang out, we'll
Yeah,
keep
sure,
you around.
definitely, man. Yeah.
We can start making our way through here. We got John. What's up, John? What's on your mind? What's your pop culture related topic?
Oh, not much. I finished up the Peacemaker series and the final episode. I
What'd you
finished it
think of
up
it, man?
time for today. I mean, the ending was okay. I mean, it was kind of on predicted lines. I didn't know if the girl actually died or not until they finally, let you know at the very end. But I have
they
no
made it
clue
obvious
why the Justice League even showed up, except for the one joke about the fish.
Well, I mean,
for that one joke.
Honestly, like in reality, I think it was just like number one, cool factor, but also like they knew it would cause a lot of social media buzz.
Right.
Like, for like Peacemaker, which is a show which is a lot smaller scale. Like people, I know there were some rumors, but there's always going to be rumors of everything, right? But to actually see that happen, I don't know. It was really unexpected to see that out of a show. I never thought they would really go that far for a show like Peacemaker. So yeah.
Well, it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense because it shows you that because they are trying to start unifying things. It felt like, right? Because RJ and I talked about that before with like the upcoming slate of films. It looks like they're starting to unify and to kind of like have a through line with some of these projects. And then here, all of a sudden, at the end of Peacemaker, you see 4 of the 6 members of Justice League show up. Sure, 2 of them were silhouetted, but you still see them.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, okay, they exist in the same world now. So we know that it's connected. We know that the Suicide Squad is not a different universe than Suicide Squad, which was something that was speculated quite a bit at the time. And now we know that they have a through line. Unfortunately, it's the 2017 movie. It's that's the biggest problem, is that it's a 2017 film, not the 2021 movie. But other than that, it's like, it's cool to see. And it was great that Jason Momoa came up and was able to do the joke, and that, Ezra Miller took time away from hunting KKK members in North Carolina to come on out and
Ezra Miller
play it up as
always
well.
seems like he's down to like make cameos and shit like that. Like he was in Suicide Squad, he was in the CW shows for that one cameo. He makes cameos when they need him. I will give him that. He does seem dedicated to like showing up whenever he can in the character. Same with Jason Momoa.
Oh
Yeah.
That's I completely agree. It's one of those things where you're like, okay, well, we need a cameo. What's Ezra up to?
Yeah, he just raises his hand instantly, like, "Hey, I'll be there." Like, okay.
Well, you just say like Ezra Miller, and he pops up.
And he pops up out of nowhere after bashing a Nazi in the head.
Well, did the fish line, did it have references beyond the show, or was that something just within the show itself? I never heard that.
well,
That was a joke he
fish
made in the
joke
show in an
before.
early episode, right?
Yeah. But there's not only that, but there's been that kind of joke for
That
a
kind
long
of Aquaman
time.
joke's been
Yeah.
made for like since Aquaman was a thing. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's kind of like he talks to fish, like that's the joke, and then just like the evolution of the joke then turned into he fucks fish, and then it's like, well, if he has sex with Mara, Mara is Atlantean, so I mean, kind of theoretically more fish-like than human.
Oh my god.
And so, yeah, it's like, yeah, you fuck fish. It's like, fuck you, Barry. Like it's kind of true. I mean, he's half human, half Atlantean. Aqualad is like, three quarters Atlantean. enough to get citizenship.
Aqualad. Do you think they'll ever put him in the DC?
I hope to God not. There's certain things they should never do. Although the end
Well,
of
they
this
could bring
movie-
him in, but I don't think they should call him Aqualad if they do that.
Yeah, I think it's yeah.
He could be a cool character, but his name's cringe. So you know.
Well, to be fair, this in DC, a lot of names are cringe.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of names are cringe in DC. I'm not saying Marvel is any better. However, looking at some of the stuff with DC, you're just like, Condiment King, huh? Who the fuck thought of that one?
It's supposed to be a joke, yeah. Like, that's
You know,
a joke
it's-
character on purpose, but...
Well, I mean, still, it's like you have like a rogues gallery of villains, and you're like, oh, who are you, Captain Cold?
Yeah,
Wow.
This is like arch nemesis, too, the Flash.
Yeah, right. Well, and it makes sense because, you know, Cold to make he can't run. I get that. But it's like, oh, so you're taking on a meta gorilla called Gorilla Grodd.
That's another stupid... Flash has some dumb villains. There's also
You know?
Captain Boomerang.
Yeah. It's just, you know, or like the fact, it's like, what was it? The Trickster.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, Weather Wizard? I'm sure that's a DC villain.
Yeah, that's a DC villain. Yeah, Weather Wizard's one, yeah. You know, who? Oh my God, the weather is changing. Who's causing it? It is I, the Weather Wizard. Bow to me.
Yeah,
Look
something
at
should never be put
my
in the film.
wand and count the hail boats coming your way, child.
Hey, I've got a question. Do you think that might actually be a contributing factor about not only one, why it took so long for us to get a Flash movie, but also why it's taking so much just Batman shit and shoving it in there? Because, like, he really doesn't have a good rogues gallery at all. Like, there's Reverse Flash, but that's just Reverse Flash. Like, any rogues gallery probably has, like, that, you know, anti-version of the hero. Like, you know, the Venom to that Spider-Man, you know?
Sure,
what I mean?
and I think those are always kind of cool. Like, I
They
always
are
like
cool.
the alternate, right?
Yeah, but
I always like that.
You know
I
any
think-
other, like, Flash villains, like, that come to mind that aren't kind of stupid?
Oh man.
Gorilla Grodd's one of the main ones. That's
Well, I
pretty
like
dumb.
the thing is though, but I like Gorilla Grodd. I think the name is dumb. I like Captain Cold. Like, I think Leonard Snart's a good character. Also, the name is dumb. Even his real name is dumb. Heatwave is a cool character. You know, like a much better, cooler name.
Yeah,
I just think Marvel was all like sitting there going like, how do we write these characters sexy? And then DC's like just dur.
Yeah, just
you
give
know?
them a name that's exactly what their power is.
Yeah. You know, but then I think that's a fair amount of it. I think DC is just, I'm pretty sure like, you know, like Stan Lee and Jack Kirby were smoking some of that fine Chiba back in the day. And DC was like, all I got was this like knockoff fentanyl, man. Like, y'all want to huff paint? Like,
I'll tell you what, man.
Sorry, comics.
You can't make fun of Condiment King because that's actually a Batman the Animated Series invented character. And you know what else Batman the Animated Series invented? The most popular fucking DC character for merchandising right now that's not Batman, Harley Quinn. So,
That is true. That is true. Yeah.
Like, Harley Quinn's iconic.
I'm not knocking Harley Quinn, man. I'd like to knock boots with Harley Quinn.
Oh,
that would be a
shit,
different scenario. I'm telling you, man, shit. Margot Robbie just, I can't.
Mr. J.
Oh my God, Tara Strong. Fuck, dude. Anyway, all right, John, on that one, we're going to let you go, man. Thank you for coming on.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Good
And
one.
we'll talk
good night.
again soon. Thanks, buddy. Making an Amber, or not Amber Heard. Who was I talking about? Oh,
You're talking about
Tara Strong.
Yeah, Tara Strong.
Tara
you know
Strong.
she's not the original voice of Harley Quinn though. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know that, but she's my
Okay.
favorite voice of Harley Quinn.
Oh, I
like
don't
in
know.
Arkham City. Combined with the outfit,
I think Arlene Sorkin just has a slightly better Harley
I
Quinn
think
voice.
you
Slightly.
have issues that need.
You think I have issues?
that
She's
need
like,
tissues?
She's who Harley Quinn was literally based on.
I don't care.
How do you
Tara
get more
Strong,
accurate?
Are you look at Tara Strong just as a person, and you're like, damn.
She's immensely talented, but I don't like that it seems like a lot of the projects that she's involved in, like their entire budget goes to having Tara Strong, and like that you can tell that their budget lacks in other areas sometimes.
That
she's
well, I
still
get.
got
Well,
that
that's DC animated for you in a nutshell.
True, yeah.
Right?
that's-
It's all like
Oh, yeah.
one movie excellent, next movie it looks like it was made with paper mache.
Exactly.
Like what
yeah.
happened here? You know,
I really wish that DC, instead of like the whole live action thing, I really wish that they would like do 3D animation for like their universe. Like at least build up a new universe that's like that. Because I really think that they'd succeed in like 3D animation, like not Pixar style stuff, I guess, but like a little bit more realistic looking than that, but still cartoony. You know what I mean? That'd
Oh,
be
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, freaking Jess just sent me a cosplay image of Tara Strong as Harley Quinn. So I can bring it up here, and we'll bring it just to give you an idea, and then we'll bring in. I should probably get this out of the way now to keep it from going crazy as we go on, but we do have someone back there. Hold on.
Oh
here.
boy.
Oh yeah, there we go. There's Tara Strong as Harley
yeah,
Quinn.
don't get me wrong. She's talented. She's fucking beautiful. I just don't think that she's the best Harley Quinn voice. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, very talented.
Yeah. So,
Very,
yeah. All right.
very.
No, but she is
oh,
fucking
darn!
talented.
I'm sorry, guys. My mouse slipped.
Oh shit.
There we go. It's a big image. I can't.
It's a big image.
It's a big image. I can't do much with. Oh, hold on. It was zoomed into 150%. That's why. There we go. That's better. That's better.
Hey, there she is, Tara Strong.
Oh, I was so wrong. There we go.
One of the
All right.
biggest fucking women in animation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, all right. Why don't we bring on? I believe this is really. Yeah, it is. All right. This ought to be fun. Hey, what's up, Zod?
Hey, what's going on, man? I gotta say, I agree with you about Tara Strong, dude. She's got the voice, 100%.
Got the voice. Yeah.
She's got the voice.
Shit. Damn, we don't have any Arlene Sorkin simps who will come in here and help. You know,
hey, I'm just saying she's got the voice. That's all I'm saying.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I like her voice too. I don't want to like talk shit.
She definitely carries the character well. So what's up, Matt? How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. It's been a fun night.
Yeah, I'm doing good too. I just wanted to come in here and say hi. It's been a while since I've been on on one of your streams, and I figured, man, I should stop in and say hi to Matt. We haven't talked in a while, and
sure.
I also wanted to say that I hope there's no hard feelings between us, because I think you're a cool dude. I never really had any issues with you. I know you don't really subscribe to my takes on a lot of things, but it's okay to disagree, man.
Hey, wait, what's the beef?
That's why no, there's no beef. I'm just saying there's no beef. It's just that sometimes you have a difference of opinion, and that's
well, I believe that there's a difference of opinion, and then there's like really out there takes that don't have any basis in what I can tell as perceived reality.
Okay.
And that's kind of like, so that's kind of where I'm at with it. And I feel like in regards to, like I'll be honest, like you've had streams where you've like called people fake fans
in the past, sure.
Within the last few months though.
No, within the last year. If you look at anything I've done in 2022, everything I've done in 2022 has been positive. All I do is interview people. I don't even talk about DC anymore.
In all fairness, the year did just start, but if you keep up on that, then good for you.
But I'm just telling you, I've pretty much changed the entire trajectory of where I take my channel. I don't even cover this kind of stuff anymore. That's why I wanted to, talk to you, because I get the impression that people think that there's some issue between you and I'd never had an issue with you. I already understood, and I think you and I talked about this behind the scenes. I already understood that, you thought some of my takes were out there. And I even told you in DMs privately that, yeah, some of my takes are out there. Some of my takes are extreme. But what you have to understand is sometimes, when you give a take and you're speculating and you're just saying things that you think may be true, that's what a lot of us do. We speculate. And that's what I think it is when you really get down to it. And so I just, wanted you to know that too, that really there's no issue, and I didn't want there to be a perceived issue. So I'm like, I think I should just come on and maybe talk to Matt. Maybe we could clear the air, because I don't want people thinking anything like that. Because again, you and I, most of the time when we have had conversations in the past, they've been pretty okay. I mean, you and I have even done streams together in the past. So I'm not holding any grudges. I understand that you didn't like my takes before, and that was and you've been very public and very vocal about that. But I'm just letting you know, I'm not holding it against you. I'm not taking it personally. I don't take any of it personally. It's all supposed to be entertainment, and that's how you're supposed to look at it if you're on YouTube. The first thing you should be doing when you're on YouTube is entertaining people. So,
well, I think I get what you're saying there. Part of where I look at it is there's a difference in entertaining people, and I'm not assigning this to you. Okay, just to be clear, I think there's a difference in entertaining people and then misleading people. And I'm not saying you're doing that. In regards to like the general idea of where the Snyder fandom is right now, and where it's been going for a long time since the movie came out, has been down this exceptionally toxic trajectory.
I'll tell you the truth. I've moved away from that in and of myself, as I've told you.
Yeah,
I don't associate with, and there's a lot of controversy around right now surrounding two particular people on Twitter who are big in the Snyderverse, and that is Geralt of the Snyderverse and Mercury. I don't associate with either one of those. I don't know who they are. I don't follow them. I don't have any association with them whatsoever. And as far as, the Restore the Snyderverse movement as a whole of what it is, I don't know what that is anymore. It's a completely different thing than what it was back in the day when we were there, in the OG days of # Release the Snyder Cut. Whatever this thing is now, it's not the same as it was back then. It's a completely different animal. So when I look at everything as a whole, I saw some things on Twitter not too long ago. Somebody had said something about this big controversy surrounding those two particular Twitter people. And my biggest problem was, Matt, back in the day when we were campaigning for the Snyder Cut, you knew who everybody was because there were always faces. You always had people talking about it. Everybody knew who the major players were when it came to Release the Snyder Cut, because everybody was out there public and was out there doing their thing and doing their part. And because you were a part of it too. But these new people now that are doing their thing for this Restore the Snyderverse #, they don't have a face. They're just Twitter handles. They're just out there doing whatever they're doing. And I think it's kind of a disservice, because we all showed the world how it should have been done back in the day when we were doing Release the Snyder Cut. And I'm not saying Release the Snyder Cut was perfect, but Release the Snyder Cut was a lot better than what Restore the Snyderverse is today. So I will agree with you 100% on that.
Yeah, I do think that in essence, it went, like, I agree with you. People were out there campaigning for it. It definitely, when it's, and again, I'm happy we have it. And I it's one of those things. I know, I get pushback. I tend to go hard on it in general. Because I think it's there are people out there that, again, the Geralts and the Mercuries are just kind of they are tiring to deal with. I'll tell you that.
I said, I've never had any dealings with them whatsoever. In fact, what I've done is I go on Twitter and I find, and this is just a tip for anybody out there, you don't necessarily have to block people on Twitter to get them to stop coming up in your mentions and stuff. If you have mutuals, you just put them on mute, and you'll never see anything that they post. It's like the greatest thing. It's like the greatest thing that you can do. It's better than the block button.
Yeah, no, I know I've muted a fair amount of people. Actually, you can even mute phrases. Yeah. I have Restored the Snyderverse muted.
In a lot of cases, it's way better to mute than fucking block people, because then they won't be like, "Oh, I take the L." It's like,
I've gotten to the point where it's like, I don't. In my mind, it's like you. Well, you know how I feel about James Gunn. I don't like James Gunn, but I'm not going to disparage other people if they like James Gunn. If they want to support that, that's fine. I don't have problems with people supporting it. But I've gotten to the point where I'm indifferent to everything, and I just don't want to talk about it anymore. So I've kind of moved on to other topics, to other things that once in a while, I'll jump on a stream if a friend of mine is doing a stream and they're talking about it or whatever, and they want me in the stream. Once in a while, because I do love, the Snyderverse and would love to see it continue, even if it may or may not. It doesn't, to me, I'm like you in that way, Matt, that I'm happy with what we got. If we never get anything else in the Snyderverse, that's completely fine because we got that awesome Justice League movie. So I just have kind of looked at it that way, and I've kind of taken a step back. And again, like I said, I've reinvented my YouTube channel to be something completely different. It's all like interviews, and I do this this show called this stream called Weekly Comic Book Movies, where me and a friend take a comic book movie and we basically break it down from the perspective of comic book readers. And it's just a very positive thing. And I just try to be more positive because I don't like being steeped in negativity. And unfortunately, a lot of the streams that I did last year, whenever I would talk about anything like that, like in DC, would have me coming off in that way. And that wasn't how I wanted to be perceived. So that's why I made the changes that I made. So ultimately, like I said, it's all just about seeing what you can do to make changes, learning from your mistakes, adapting, and moving forward with what makes you happy and what you want to do,
Sure. No, I think part of it, again, for me, is just coming into the whole, like, the news space of it. You deal with so many people that, like, they get worked up and they get amped up by I think in many ways a lot of people who are just disingenuous, and I do put I put Sil in that category for a number of reasons, and so that was like I got heated at him tonight in the chat. I was like about ready to pull over. I'm like, send me the link, I'll come in, we'll have this thing out, and part of it has to do with the fact that he's like, he's just downplaying shit, but like a few weeks ago he actually retweeted somebody who was trying to say that I was a pedo lover, and like was retweeting that shit. And I'm like, dude, the fuck?
Well, one of my issues and one of the personal reasons why I don't like James Gunn is because there was so much association with James Gunn and that type of stuff. That type of those types of jokes, that type of content turns me off completely. I've never been a fan of anything like that, and that's one of the reasons why I personally don't like James Gunn. And just to answer, that question here, but Zod, according to some, that means your standards are too low, just accepting what we're getting. I'm not accepting what we're getting. What you have to understand is I've moved on with my life. I have other things to do. I have other things that I'm interested in. I have other passions. I'm not going to devote every waking moment of my YouTube existence or my existence online or anything else that I want to do just solely to restore the Snyderverse. That's not necessary. That's not practical. And if I don't like what DC is doing, I don't have to watch it because there's plenty of other options. There's plenty of other things to enjoy. And I also don't have to crap on anybody else for liking something that I don't. So I just expect people to give me the same courtesy. If you don't like what I like, or I don't like what you like, we just respect each other and do our own thing. I don't have to argue with you, and I don't have to fight with you just because you like James Gunn and I don't. It's a completely frivolous thing to argue over. It's superficial, and it really doesn't matter because you can always find common ground with people that you disagree with.
Sure, but I mean, again, it's kind of like if you go as far, you can dislike James Gunn's humor. That's fine. I wasn't a fan of it either. I've said stupid things as trying to make jokes. We all are aware of that. So I get that. But at the same time, it's like coming out and trying to call someone like a pedo lover, for liking the guy's movies.
That's ridiculous.
I got beef on because a couple of years ago, people have tried to associate me with that.
Yeah,
and went as far as to like try and contacting like Child Protective Services.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Ridiculous.
So it's like I take that shit very personally, and it's
that's
like
not cool.
And he retweeted it or whatever, but like his response was like, "Oh, I didn't read it." Like I fucking hate that shit. You know what I mean? Like it's just disingenuous. That's why I have beef on that front. But I mean, I get it, dude. I get it. Look, man, like, okay, I didn't know you had changed up your shit. I had no idea. So I mean, I'm glad that you're off doing the gaming stuff now. It's probably a less toxic space, to be fair.
I will tell you.
No, it's not.
I'll tell you one of the things I do. I'm in the home arcade sphere now, and a lot of the stuff I talk to and a lot of the people that I deal with, it's I would say that it's I kind of consider it to be a fun space. It's definitely not anywhere near as crazy as things have gotten when it comes to, you know, this whole Snyderverse or DC Warner Brothers thing. This is like the craziest thing I think I've ever been involved in online when it comes to the levels that some people will go to and the amount of disrespect that happens all around. Because that's the other thing that I've never been able to rack my brain around. I don't want to have somebody disrespect me and take my stuff out of context, but I'm not going to do the same thing to somebody else. And so a lot of the stuff too with you, Matt, with you and me, I just thought the whole thing between us was pretty much just a misunderstanding, because a lot of the stuff that you mentioned, that you went at, I thought that it was valid, and a lot of times I thought it was funny. And then there were a lot of times where when you and I had our little exchange, and I kept telling you, well, I do the show open panel on Tuesday. You can always come on if you want to, but it's like this. Now I do, my big show is late night Q&A, and I do that on Thursday nights. And it's always a one-on-one thing where I'll invite somebody on as a guest, and we'll sit down and we'll have a conversation. And that's been a lot of fun for me, because that's where my passion lies. I love to interview people. I love to sit down and have conversations. I come from internet radio, and that's what I always did. Interviewed movie directors, content creators, musicians, whatever. And it's always, for me, always just been about the conversation. So one of these Thursday nights, Matt, I'm going to have you on for a late night Q&A.
That'd be fine.
Because
I'd be
I
okay
think
with
that. I think that would be fun. We could talk about all sorts of things, not just not this kinds of stuff, but other stuff as film lovers and things of that nature, things that are of importance too, and not just fandoms, or whether or not this fandom is toxic or that fandom is going too far, or whatever the case may be. So
yeah, no, I'll see what I can do. I'll see if we can figure it out.
I will definitely let you know the next date that I have available. I'm like booked up like right up until about the middle of March. So I will.
Oh, that's fine.
I will contact you and let you know what day I have available, and we can see if we can work that out. Because I think it would be nice, man, for us to sit down and have a one-on-one conversation like that. That would be fun.
I'd be okay with that. I think my birthday's at the end of next month, so I might be out of town.
My birthday's at the middle of next month, so that's cool, dude. I didn't know you had a March birthday too.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
turn in the big 4-0.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
March Madness, yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, hey,
Fandom Menace. Who said I was part of the Fandom Menace? Okay. I'm gonna go, because that's not something that I'm a part of at all. Fandom Menace. I'm out of it.
No, I would not put him in that category.
No, I'm not.
All right.
I'm not there. But thanks for having me on, man. That was cool. That was cool.
You're welcome, buddy. Have yourself a good one, man. Okay.
Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, Zod.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much to Zod for coming on in. I'm glad we could clear the air on that one. That's good. So all right, there we got a couple quick super chats here. Hondo for $2 is asking, is the Snyder Cut like Gamergate for Cinema Bros?
Kind of, in a way, isn't it?
I mean, kinda. You know what I mean? I would agree.
It's a very simplistic way of looking at it, but from an outsider looking in, I can see that. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, like, is this cinema? No. Cinema? Is this cinema? Anyway, and thank you for that, Hondo. And then Ryan Hartwell here for $5, man. Thank you. Says, what do you think about Seth Rogen's Ninja Turtles? You know what? I mean, I'm excited to see what they're going to do with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I so far all the animation or all the shows, the things that Evan Goldberg and Seth Rogen have done, I've been a fan of. So like Invincible, The Boys, Preacher. Those are, a couple examples of things that they've done. Of course, like they wrote Superbad. which is one of my all-time favorite comedies.
Mostly good shit, yeah.
Yeah, like Pineapple Express, This Is the End, The Interview. I love The Interview. It took down Sony. I love The Interview. I like the movie anyway, but it's like they've done a lot, and I'm really, excited to see what they do with this because it's going to get kind of crazy. I think it's going to get a little bit wild, as we go into it. But thank you for that, Ryan. All right, so I know this next person's been waiting for a while, and I just want to say first off before I bring him in there, this channel is owned by this individual, and welcome my boss, Max Rebo. If he's there.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Oh, finally, this mic is working.
Oh, did you get the new mic?
No, not yet. I'm using my old headset. So it turns out that it was muted for the last year or so.
That's, I mean, I don't want to make fun of you for that, but I kind of want to make fun of you for that. So, like, why isn't it working? Did you turning it off and turning it on again?
I had to pull it down past a certain point for the mute to turn off.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So, all right, there's a little bit of heavy breathing on the mic, though. That's
Yeah, I didn't know that you breathed. That's fucking crazy.
With this breathing air. What? Yeah. That's lame.
Goddamn air breathers.
You're gonna fucking what's the term? Freeloader. You O2 freeloader.
How much did you pay for that air?
Yeah, how you gonna get the Perrier, huh?
Oh god, that's funny.
You gonna get bottled air. You know, it's funny. They made fun of that in Spaceballs, but I feel like in the next 20 years it could happen.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We're going to hit the point of no return where all of a sudden, Roland Emmerich's movies are going to be looking outside your window. You're all like, "Hey, the fucking sky is falling. What's going on? Oh my god, I'm dead." Or it's just going to be nonstop amount of Judgment Days. Just all sorts. It's going to get so hot the nuclear silos are just going to burst. We're all going to burn.
Yeah, we're fucked. Anyway.
I'm just saying I want to see certain people naked before that happens. Certain people.
I'd like to see scientific progress happen before that. I'd like to see all these other things.
I'm just a
Matt
perv.
Jarbo
I mean, look, I'm all for scientific progress. I want to see.
It's just not your priority.
Show me your Pythagorean theorem. You know what I mean? Give me your hypotenuse. Write out your thesis with a solid conclusion.
Damn, that's sensual. Fuck.
Yeah. Start dropping something like, "Ooh, show me them Bunsen burners, baby." Yeah. Could you imagine somebody getting turned on by science? And I mean that not like the actual act of distilling water. Have you ever distilled water? It's very easy, but it's boring.
Distilled water. I've heard of it, but what actually is that shit?
Who still distills water?
Yeah,
dude, if you got a CPAP machine, you got to use distilled water. There's no minerals in it. Right? If you have we have the baby bottle maker uses distilled water.
Distilled?
Our steamer for clothing uses distilled water.
You're fucking blowing my mind right now, Jarbo.
I love the fact that both of you are young as fuck, and I'm everyone let me tell you about the distilled water.
It's distilled.
It's some sparkling water.
Well, no, sparkling water is different. Distilled water is when there's no nutrients in it, meaning, okay, God damn it. So you take, let's say, okay, if you want to distill water, and I'm probably wrong, but what I remember on this one, yeah, it's Hollywood After Dark talking about science.
Holly water after dark.
Yeah. So you take a pot, you boil the pot, okay? And then you capture the steam. And then the steam percolates down, and that's your distilled water is the steam. So it's not boiling the liquid to sterilize it. It's literally just capturing the evaporation. And then I think there might be wood involved. I don't remember.
Can we talk about paper?
Can we talk about yeah, sure. What about paper?
The invention of paper.
You got the dollar bills, y'all. Although it's technically more cloth than it is paper these days.
Max Rebo.
Yeah. With your jizz music.
Hey, it's great music. He's still alive.
I fully support the Jarbo's Intimate Zesty Zings, the Jizz Network.
Oh yeah, hey, I haven't heard any news about that network.
Oh man, that network that joke angered so many fucking people.
Wait, that was a joke?
Yeah, like why would I be serious about it?
I thought you were
Fuck,
actually
dude.
gonna jizz, Jarbo.
Oh no, I jizzed. I won't
Some
say
point in
when.
time, yeah. I mean,
But,
it's obvious you got a fucking family, Jarbo. Like, at some point you
I've at
jizzed.
least jizzed twice into a human.
That joke triggered Max, didn't it?
Oh, it did.
Oh,
It triggered Max, and some other people as well that were not very. I was getting when I posted the thumbnail. I was like, huge announcement. I started getting like text messages from people. It was like, it's a joke.
I can't believe you had Gahul on your other stream.
You know what, man? That was the thing. I probably should have not had Gahul on. But like by the time we hit about the 3.5 hour last night, I was just kind of like, fuck it. What more can happen? What crazier thing can go down?
Anthony.
Oh, well, he won't. Yeah. He's talking Anthony Chabot. Anthony Chabot, who will like curse me on Twitter and then make a video apologizing to me. It's really funny.
And then do the exact opposite, like 2 days later.
Yeah. So that kind of cracked me up as well. I was laughing my ass off at that one. But yeah, so H-Barts, buddy, like I know you don't get on here very often, which is unfortunate because I like having you around.
Yeah, I'm stuck at work 24/7.
Yeah, you are. Yeah. Oh, did you hear Gahul had mentioned you by name yesterday?
Yeah, that was really random. I didn't know he knew I existed.
Oh, yeah. He's super obsessed with me. That's kind of, he's probably here right now watching.
Hello.
Going like, but
The
Matt,
Rock sucks.
The Rock is a movie star, Matt. I interviewed 100 people on the street, Matt. I asked them on Twitter and Reddit and 4chan and around the world, Matt. The Rock is a movie star. He literally said this last night. He's trying to play up this fucking cut. He's trying to cut a promo for this like documentary that he's like apparently doing on me, which is, we all know it's bullshit.
Hey Matt, can you look into this and like, do you know if this is fucking real? I posted in the private chat. Have you heard any rumblings about this? I don't even want to talk about it until you've seen, because.
Oh yeah. That's real.
That's real.
That's real. Yeah.
Why?
So, well, okay. So what Anna is referring to is the stunt performer for Batman in the finale of Peacemaker. That was a thing. People were really upset about that. They're like, well, wait a minute here, hold on, because they showed off like there was Wonder Woman, her stunt performer, showed off her images. Then you get this right here. So says like, after that epic Peacemaker finale, I can finally post this. Sadly, I and Cyborg were cut from the final edit. Why? Only James Gunn and Warner Brothers Entertainment know that. And a lot of people are just like, you know, because people yesterday were fucking just like, or the other day were attacking James Gunn. Why did you cut out Cyborg? Why did you cut out Batman? Why?
It wasn't his call. I doubt it.
It's Cryborg, not Cyborg.
Sorry, great.
Oh man, come on, dude.
A little bit, because even that same day, Ray Fisher was out attacking Warner Brothers again. So it's like that's probably why they cut it.
Hey, did Ray Fisher talk about that? Or
no? Well, like in an interview,
really?
They were asked like, what happened to Batman and Cyborg, and he's like, well, I can't really like, you know, speak to that. Like things happened, and you're like, yeah, we can read between the lines.
I honestly think it would have been less jarring if they just had Aquaman and the Flash show up. Maybe that would have been a little bit awkward, but I don't know. I like what they did, but like, you know, maybe that would have raised less eyebrows. I don't know. Or maybe people would have been more pissed off. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing: if they would have had the silhouette of Cyborg and not have it be Ray Fisher, that people would have been more pissed off.
Oh yeah, no, that would have definitely. But like, okay, I get that. But like, why would you cut out Batman? Why? I don't get that. I really don't.
Well, okay, so here's my theory. Because what? Because Affleck's back.
Because Affleck's back. Yeah,
I don't think it's that. I don't think it is necessarily that. I think when it comes down to it, what you got here is, and I'm going to bring up the image. So spoilers, by the way, if you guys don't already know. Okay. But so you know, it looks like there's kind of a fair amount of space here between the couple of them, right? And also these were all done, you know, on like a green screen, so they were all just added in post. But anyway. The reason why Batman wasn't there, in my opinion, has everything to do with the fact that they that it's you got the Batman coming out pretty soon, and I think they were worried about cross contamination, right? About brand confusion.
It's kind of their fault though.
It is their fault 100%. But then again, down the road, you've got, you know, obviously the Flash movie, and they might be holding that surprise for that as well. Ray Fisher, on the other hand, that's a pretty simple explanation. He quit. He quit the role. He could have done it, and they probably could have found a way to put him in there. And they probably would have found a way to put him in there had he actually done it. So that is, you know, what I think is going on with that. But at the same time, I think, you know, I think it worked okay. Also, dude, Flash and Aquaman have movies coming this year. So they've already got to start the cross promotion for that as well, you know. But what it also did is it showed that it's all connected. Sure, it's 2017's movie and not the Snyder Cut, but it's still, that means that the Justice League is still the Justice League, that they haven't recast the Justice League, with the exception of Ben Affleck as Batman, which will be replaced by Michael Keaton as Batman.
Superman is still Henry Cavill.
Sure. Yeah, maybe.
Because Gal wasn't there either, so.
I was seeing people swearing up and down when that Peacemaker episode come out. They were like, I've seen it in, like, you know, on my big screen. That's Henry Cavill's face. That's Henry Cavill's face. You can't see fucking the face. You can't.
Can't see the face. It's, I mean, the way the body is he's looking over his shoulder at everybody.
Look for what they were given. I think they did a good job, but it does seem kind of obvious like these actors weren't on set, and I'm not a fan of that. It's also like one of the very, very few things that made me a little bit uncomfortable about No Way Home. It's like those couple of scenes, and they were very, very brief. It didn't bother me that much, but the fact that we only saw those very brief scenes of both the Lizard and Sandman, like in their actual like regular like not superpowered forms. And it was just reused footage. It kind of gave me those vibes, and I was just like, I don't know. It does feel a little bit tacky, but at the same time, they're just doing the best with what they can, and especially with the pandemic shit still going on, in a lot of ways. There's going to be compromises like this. I don't know if that was the reason why they went with this, but could have been. So who knows? Well,
it could be a number of different
scheduling
reasons.
issues. Could be anything.
Yeah, well, I think when it came down to this, they were just, you know, the thing with Cavill overall, not to go into it because we go into it a lot, but it's all about the contract. They need to do a contract extension, and that deal hasn't been made yet.
He still has one appearance, right?
He still has one appearance left.
So you don't think that Gal Gadot or Henry Cavill were even compensated for like their quote unquote likenesses being used there? Does that count? Does that count?
Their likenesses weren't being used. It was just you couldn't see their face. Now the actress who was playing the body double for Gal was actually wearing her real armor. Like that was her real costume. So that Gal had worn. So like that was kind of cool, you know. She's like, man, I wore Gal Gadot's panties.
Did Zack Snyder's Justice League use up Cavill's last appearance technically or no?
No. Because they never shot any new footage with him.
That's good.
That was with the other characters, right?
Yeah, that was like Affleck that came on in.
What about when he swoops in the nightmare scene? He's in that briefly.
Yeah, it might have been all CG. They might have been reusing it for something else.
That's a reused shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So it's like they just reused it and everything. Like, all right, cool, man. You know, but you can tell that this is a red and blue suit. This is not like
the red capes are coming.
Yeah. This is does he have maybe. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But all right, hey, HWAD, I'm gonna bring in the next person. Do you want to stick around?
Sure, I guess.
All right, man. I just because you know, like you never really come on. I don't want to boot you. So
all right. Well, I'll just be muted for a bit because I'm playing a game, so it might be loud.
Oh, what you playing?
I'm playing Dying Light 2.
Fucker. Is it good? Because I was like really heavily like tempted because I beat Cyberpunk and I'm just like,
it's a bit. The only thing that's a bit weird is there's no sprint button anymore. It kind of just automatically sprints.
Okay. God, I'm not a big fan of that. Is what are you playing it on?
PlayStation 5.
Oh, okay. Because like I really love the first Dying Light, and this new one I'm like, do I wait till it drops to like $30 or do I don't know? Because there's like, there's like I'm gonna wait to get like Horizon Forbidden West until I get a PS5, and then you know like I just beat Cyberpunk after spending like 75 hours with it, and I
I gave RJ some money to get Horizon,
Yeah, that's what I saw you do. That it's really generous of you.
and then I bought a copy of it, but I haven't yet to play it yet.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the first one. So, but all right, man. Yeah, you go back to playing that. We'll chime in when you want. We got a couple people here,
All right.
and
one of my
we'll,
last things I want to say though
yeah.
is we need that Max Reboot Disney Plus show.
You think they're gonna give us like Jizz Hands, the Max Rebo story?
Maybe the Book of Max Rebo.
The Book of Max. Hey, it might be better than the Book of Boba fucking Fett. All right, like
Portrayed by Willem Dafoe.
Man,
that'd be
that'd be
pretty
great.
good. I'd be okay with that. Yeah,
What was with auto-tune Cad Bane? That was so odd.
because he's alive.
That was just so odd. Like me and Elmo were discussing it, and Elmo was like, "You know that ending was pretty shit." I was like, "Yeah, I guess it was."
It was. Here's the thing. I was so. I don't want to say the word triggered. I wasn't thrilled with it, and I didn't end up talking about the finale. Right? I didn't talk about it. I was like, I can't. I'm good. I'm done. I'm okay. Let me give it a week. Maybe I'll go back and watch it again. And I rewatched a bit of the action stuff again, and I thought outside of like the spinning mod guy for some fucking reason, which is all. I guess it's kind of an Easter egg for Robert Rodriguez. He's done this before. And it's like, all right, still lame. It didn't work in 2003's Once Upon a Time in Mexico when Johnny Depp was blind and then somehow spun around using his echolocation, radar hearing, and shot a dude with a silenced Uzi after losing both of his eyes. Okay, sure. It didn't really work here either with a guy who had enhanced vision but still couldn't hit the broadside of a fucking barn. Whereas were all of their modifications, were they just like stormtrooper programming? Was it just like they were in the Matrix and they were getting all the little discs was like kung fu and fucking Krav Maga and shit, and it's just like,
where are the mantis blades?
Yeah, I was thinking that, so that would have been cooler.
Also, Peacemaker had a better ending than most of these Disney Plus shows.
It felt like a better show. It felt like a more complete show. It had
run
8
times were complete.
More satisfying.
Yeah, like what the fuck? I still don't. Here's the thing when it comes to the Disney Plus stuff. It's their first year of this shit. I'll give them a little bit of credit. They were kind of rushing to the finish line.
It's not
the
technically their first year of it. This was supposed to be like 2 years.
Well, I mean, it's still figuring out. It's still trying to. What their problem is, they're trying to tell a 6-hour movie or 4-hour movie, and they're pacing it like it's a movie, but it's cut up in these individual parts, and that doesn't work out. They need to bring some. This is the truth. This is the fucking truth. They need to bring somebody like Jeff Loeb back, not Jeff Loeb, but like Jeff Loeb, who understands television development.
Joss.
Fuck off.
Oh no!
No, we're not going down that path. But maybe they'll bring him in.
All ass. It's just gonna be all women's asses, dude.
Yeah, he'll be under his new name, like Moss Jeedon.
Black Widow had more shots than Avengers did.
Yeah, well, you know what? If there's a movie that exists, then he'll find a way to shove someone's ass in it. Yeah.
Oh my god, so much gratuitous butt shots of Scarlett Johansson. I noticed it too, but I've been noticing it since 2010.
Damn, she's got a butt.
Not saying Under the Skin isn't one of my all-time favorite movies.
I'm gonna enjoy Moon Knight, but I think Kevin Feige's lying his ass off when he says that it's gonna push the limit.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's gonna push the limit at all. I think when they say that, it's full of shit.
He's gonna be punching like demons or something.
Yeah, probably. I don't know, man. Like they need to get everything over to look, man. With Bob Chapek going like, "Yo, dog, let's bring Disney into the sports betting world." Maybe all bets are off. Maybe we'll get some hardcore Cinemax type stuff over there on Hulu when they finally merge it into Disney Plus. It's gonna be Disney Plus After Dark. Do you like Ariel? Do you want to see her get rammed like the dirty girl that she is by Prince Edward with a ball gag in his mouth? Disney Plus After Dark. Anyway, so let me just get to a couple. Todd here did toss in the super chat. I want to get to it. It says, Jarbo, do you think Peacemaker was better than BVS? No.
They're different.
I do not think it was better than BVS. I love Peacemaker. I thought it was a great show, but I do not think it was better than BVS Ultimate Edition because I really love BVS's Ultimate Edition. And so I definitely am all for more of Peacemaker, and we're gonna get more of that too, right? James Gunn, once he's done with Guardians 3, he's kind of done with Marvel, I think, for the time being. And he's going to finish out his trilogy. They're going to do the holiday special. They're doing another ride, I think, over at Walt Disney World. And then he's going to go focus on another DC show. So apparently, and I heard this yesterday, I haven't read it, but I heard it, that he's apparently writing and directing all the episodes of season 2 of Peacemaker, which is supposedly coming in 2023, which is cool.
Where was Bane? Grace Randolph said Bane would be in this.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. And then he called her out for that too.
Grace Randolph.
Yeah. Well. Bane.
Well, what do
He's
you know?
coming.
Grace Randolph.
On my face.
Face Randolph. Anyway.
She hates Henry Cavill so much for some reason.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm okay. I don't get it. I mean, like people go, oh, you hate The Rock. I don't hate The Rock. I just like to criticize The
You've
Rock.
called him the world's greatest entertainer, which I don't even
like on multiple occasions I've done this, but it's like, whoa, you don't think he's a movie star? I discount anything else you have said about Dwayne The Rock Johnson. It's like, yeah, but I still watch his fucking movies.
The Rock would be your friend only for financial gain.
Which of being friends with me, there is none. So there would not be any. He might be like, oh, you're that fat fucking guy on the talking some shit on the internet, telling people I'm not a movie star, and I'd be like, well, yeah, because you're not, like, do we need to bring up like the fact that you can only really top about $400 million worldwide on a non-franchise driven ensemble film?
Family, that, not him.
Yeah, family. It's like, well, Hobbs and Shaw did like 700 million. Should have been $1 billion, bitch. Should have been $1 billion.
Damn.
I'm saying, I flat out said this too. I thought Hobbs and Shaw would be $1 billion movie. I said this. I'm like, The Rock.
I know why it
Jason
wasn't.
Statham.
Specifically because of Dwayne The Rock Johnson. That's why.
I think the movie just I think David Leitch was the wrong director. I like David Leitch as a director, but I feel like he doesn't understand like heart in movies. Like he just doesn't. If you look at his movies, they don't have a lot of heart. Like the first Deadpool, Tim Miller brought the heart. He did. He brought the heart to it. And then he left Deadpool 2, and Deadpool 2 was a fine movie. It was a fun movie, but it didn't have a lot of heart to it. It didn't feel like it did. And then you go and you watch like Atomic Blonde, also directed by David Leitch. And it's this drab, like 1980s spy thriller, set at the Berlin Wall, and it's like boring. And there's not a lot of color or heart or whatever in the movie. It's just Charlize Theron like boffing Sophia Boutella, which is fine. And James McAvoy doing James McAvoy shit.
That movie felt longer than Return of the King Extended Edition.
The Atomic Blonde?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit, man. A little bit. I should watch it again. So I watched it when it came out, and I was like, all right. Like, I watched it over dinner, I think. But, like, I need to watch that new Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because I hear it's terrible. But I want to watch
I've heard some mixed things about it.
I like Halloween Kills.
I haven't seen Halloween or Halloween Kills.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. All right, man. I'm gonna bring in some more people here because.
All right, I'm gonna hide in the corner for a bit.
All right, that sounds. You're gonna watch. You're gonna hide in the corner and watch.
Hawking off.
Hey, damn it, Bobby! Get out of the tool shed.
I want to go talk to King Shark.
Apparently, Max is getting really loud and heated in RJ. I thought he was going to bed.
Wait. Are they still goddamn fucking...
I guess they are.
Is
you don't
Resident
know what I
Justice... Know. Oh shit, he's got 44 people. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of people.
Okay. Oh, I see. All right, well, I see RJ, I see Josh, I see Saggy and Jimbo.
Yeah, Jimbo.
But I don't see Max anywhere. Not in the chat.
Yeah, where's... Oh, there he is. He's like, my wife is mad. Good night.
That's not where you want to be, buddy. That's not where you want to be. You don't want to be like 4 a.m. and then have your wife be upset and your wife be all like,
Jarbo, to go back like 15 minutes and you'll see Max was in the stream. He was in the stream.
Okay.
Seems like he just got off recently.
Oh, okay. Well, they were stream sniping me.
Yeah, for a little bit. Yeah.
For a little bit. Okay. Then he came on in.
Remember that one stream where Max hit himself in the face?
Now, look, I
I'm
can
not gonna-
talk about it, but like I am a little bit disappointed in the guy. I'm gonna start calling him fucking mediocre Max if he keeps this shit up because it's just not. It's not great.
Yeah, DC here is like Max is too hopped up to go to bed. Dude, look, I'll be fair. Like Max and I are roughly the same age. Do some yoga breathing, masturbate, and then go to sleep.
Yeah, do some heavy fucking lifting.
Just some heavy petting. Maybe wake your wife up. Be like, yo, babe. Like, I'm heated right now. Let me put a baby in you.
Whoa, yeah.
You know, or at least like
I mean,
I'm
hey,
just
it's
saying.
an option. It's an option. Yeah,
Totally
you're
an option. Yeah, it's
Totally
totally
an
an
option.
option. There you go. All right, let's bring in
Alright.
Tony.
Hello there.
What's going
Hello
on, Tony?
there.
How you doing, man?
Hey, and hope you're well.
Yeah, well, so from 24 hours ago, I'm fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking to you, Anna.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, well, fuck you.
I love you. Too,
I'm
just
getting
saying that we haven't
greetings
spoken
on
to
your
each other
show.
in a while.
Nah, thank
I know
you.
you-
Thank you.
And how's it going, H Parts?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
Yeah, I'm hanging in there.
Cool. Good.
Anyway, well, given what I want to talk about, and we were just talking about the Book of Boba Fett, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you think it works better as a one season show, or is there enough there to keep on going?
I thought there was enough there for one series, but apparently they didn't because they went right into Mandalorian for like 2 straight episodes. Like I don't even know what happened there. No, there's enough. Like you could have done like a multi-season show, like 3 or 4 seasons about this character, but like not in the direction I think that they're taking him. I don't know about this. Like maybe.
Because at the end of the season, this is kind of a this is a spoiler, I guess. As they're walking through the city. And like everyone is kind of going up to him like he's the Godfather, like, oh, Daimyo Fett, please bless my child by kissing it on the head, and he's like, fuck your kids. I don't want to do this. He basically says like, why are we doing this? Like, and that's the thing. I've seen no one talk about that yet. Where like at the end of the episode, he's basically just like, fuck this. Like, where do we go from here? So that's the next season is like the next season is they've leave Mos Espa and they're like, all right, now we're going to go out and like conquer other cities or do other shit.
And then inevitably like fucking meet Thrawn. That's what's going to happen eventually. We all know it's going there eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
Thrawn.
Yeah.
And
He'll
then we
kill
find
Mace
out-
Windu.
And then we find out where he and Ezra are.
Mace Windu.
Pretty much. But I think that's really about it. Like, I really do feel that's what they're going to do because like, at the end of the episode, they're just like, nah, man, like screw this shit. We out. And it made a lot of sense. Like, why are you here? You've gone through everything. You took everything over. And then you're like, all right. Cool. Where's that scummy guy with the water reserves? Okay, well, we're going to remove him from the equation. And then it's like, well, now what? Everyone else is gone.
I never thought I'd get this far. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like Garsa Whip is dead. The sanctuary is, he's not going to be able to hook up with the hot Twi'lek. So, there goes his plans. So that's unfortunate for him.
So Max Rebo's
Yeah, I don't know.
there?
I was just expecting some more
Max
big
Rebo's
dick
there. What?
energy.
Max Rebo's just going to like be sitting in the back, like, toot, 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 toot.
He's
Boba's
like boss.
It's Boba's boss. I don't know, man. He's just going to like,
expecting more big dick energy from a show about a character like that. That's all.
well, maybe that's kind of the issue with the Book of Boba Fett was like, we all wanted it to be big dick disintegration energy. We wanted there to be like no disintegrations and like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude. But here's my thing. Is Boba Fett going to pop up in fucking Kenobi?
He's never met Kenobi, so what reason would he have to be there?
Working for the Empire.
Yeah, that's possible.
Keep in mind, man, this is 10 years after fucking Revenge of the Sith, dude. So it's like, you know what? Like Boba at that point in time would be like a younger man, like in his late 20s.
And they do have Cad Bane making a point of the fact that Boba worked for the Empire, so it's clearly something on their mind. Those times he was working with the Empire. So.
Well, if you've seen Empire Strikes Back, he worked for the Empire. But
oh yeah, well, I mean,
it's kind of like it's. But the
it's
idea there,
yeah.
well, the idea there, they could take the plot point from the deleted scenes of Clone Wars, where Boba and Cad Bane fight, and then put that into like Kenobi or something. But then again, if that's only 6 fucking episodes, right? Like that's that's
you're gonna need to do that shit justice and keep it focused on Anakin.
Yeah, you're really gonna need to like, and they could, but maybe Andor, because if it's going to be dealing with like the scummy side of things, right? Like dealing with like, subterfuge of the Empire, it does make a fair amount of sense that maybe Boba Fett would be hired to capture Cassian Andor.
Do you think that show is actually going to be successful?
Well, they've already greenlit season 2, starts filming later on this year.
That doesn't answer my question, John.
I look, I think that there's hype for, here's my take on Andor. The first like half of the show is going to get completely dunked on by people. All right. Like that's my take. It's 12 episodes, by the way. So it's none of this fucking like 8 episode shit. They're coming at you with 12 deep dick episodes and just tons of dicking. And anyway, so they're going to do that. And then once K2SO pops up, which I think is going to be at the end of season 1, that's when it's going to be dope. So, because K2SO is not going to be in the first part of the show. That's confirmed.
Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing really capturing me about it so far, but like, I'm sure we'll get more information as it's closer to coming out. It's just one of those shows I just keep hearing about, but I'm like, I don't really hear much like new coming out about it. I don't hear much. When's it supposed to come out? When's that show coming out?
We have no idea.
Oh, it's not this year?
Oh, so that might mean it could be never. Like at that
Oh
point,
no, it is definitely coming this year.
I don't believe that something's coming out 100% until we get some rough estimation of a date. You know what I mean? It's too many projects go the way of the dodo without even getting a date. So
yeah, do we know when season 3 of Mando's coming? I know this year, but when?
Oh no, that would be Christmas time.
Oh, I see.
Gotta be Christmas time, yeah. That's the big thing right there.
Yeah,
that's the big one.
Do you think we'll ever see Grogu talk?
that would be like jumping the shark. I don't.
Yeah. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure on that.
Imagine if Grogu finally talks and his first like words are like rapping some song or something like that. That'd be like the stupidest thing possible.
It's kind of interesting thing too with all these shows. You know, you look at Boba Fett and Kenobi. Both of them were supposed to be like movies, but they were converted into TV shows. Cassian Andor, he seemed like the most random character you could choose from in order to get his own.
Yeah, they're gonna have to work really hard. It's basically gonna be marketed as just another Star Wars show, and I don't know if that's gonna be enough. Like, really, because like you need a big hook. Book of Boba Fett had that because Boba Fett's got like a cult following. You need a really good hook to get people in, and I don't know if these characters are.
Yeah, where does the Andor story go? We know how it ends.
Well, that's okay. You don't have to.
We know most of what stuff in Star Wars ends. Honestly, like Mandalorian, as great of a show as it is, we know what happens in like a decade or so.
Yeah, it's just gonna be you said people gonna die. That's what we're gonna get out of that, by the way.
Darth Jar Jar.
And as an overall TV show, do you think the Book of Boba Fett is a good character study for Boba Fett as a character?
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of an old man trying to figure out what he wants to do, like not work for scug holes, and to leave a legacy at some point in time. To like,
especially having a near-death experience of being swallowed for 1,000 years.
Well, he was only swallowed for like maybe like 20-30 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't that long.
Maybe it was a day or two he was in there. It was a slow burn. It was a slow thing.
Literally. Yeah.
It was still a near-death experience.
Yeah, sure. And I mean, like, dude, if you fall into the belly of a Sarlacc pit and then you're able to kind of like climb your ass out, and then you're just laying there in the Tatooine desert. And just imagine what's going through his head at that point. It's like, fuck. What the fuck just happened?
I gotta get a new job here.
Well, it's not. And then like all of a sudden here come all these Jawas, and these Jawas are just like, yo, look at this shit.
Matt.
You gonna go to bed?
No, I'm gonna go get high.
Oh,
all right.
I thought you were already.
No. Yeah, I want to go get high. I want to go play some Team Fortress 2. I'm gonna go take it easy, man. Yeah, it was good joining you though.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, I'll be back on here more often, guys. So
enjoy the grass.
All right, good night, y'all.
Enjoy the grass. Enjoy. What are you, fucking 50? Enjoy the grass, son.
No, trust me, I'll enjoy the fuck out of that grass.
The wacky tobacco out there is gonna make you see things. It might make you eat a baby.
All right,
There's
good
a
night,
movie I saw called Reefer Madness. That's what they said.
Good night, Sharpo. Bye.
Good
Bye,
night.
everybody.
Go to bed.
Goodbye.
All right. And then oh well, yeah, we also had let's see. I was gonna bring in, we got Mitch, and then I know Anthony Beltry was there. I was gonna bring Anthony real quick, but hold on. Jess for $5, buddy. Thank you very much. Says here, I can't wait for the reviews of Galactic Star Cruiser. This is going to be one huge dumpster fire. There is a new video that Skywalker Brian sent me that apparently looks a little bit better. I haven't watched it yet. I'll watch it tomorrow and then maybe show it on stream. But in the meantime, yeah, it's going to be crazy. But thank you for that one. All right, we got Anthony Beltray here too. So this is going to be our last lineup for the evening. Probably got like another 15 minutes or so, and
Remember,
then I got.
never got pussy until Bulma, bro. He's like a 38-year-old fucking virgin, bro. Bulma, her rich ass, and fucking put it right on his ass in the next arc, bro. That's why he started a family, bro. You think he wanted to make a kid? Come on, bro. And you know, fucking aliens don't use rubbers, bro. They don't have rubbers on Planet Frieza 79. You know what I'm talking about?
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Yo,
Sound familiar, man? You know that guy?
No.
You don't know Danny Geekdom 101?
I mean, well, we follow each other, but I don't watch his content because I don't give a shit about Dragon Ball.
Dude, you should have him on this show, you know, Hollywood After Dark at one point, you know?
Yeah, well, I think he lives on the East Coast, so that might be a little bit difficult, but I'll have to yeah, we do follow each other. We do talk occasionally.
Yeah,
no, he's a good dude. I just
like hilarious, like, you know, even though he's like big on DBZ, like it's like a fucking hilarious fucker, you know, just listen to the shit he rambles on about.
Well,
and
sometimes
also,
it's just fun to ramble.
And also, like, you might also like be interested in. Do you know Dark Viper AU, like Matthew Judge? The guy that tried to, like, you know, do a one-hit KO run of, you know, GTA 5, because he had some like interesting takes that he would share. Like, you know, he's very knowledgeable on things, you know.
No, I've literally have no idea who that is. Sorry.
Yeah, you gotta look him up, you know, just if you're curious.
There's a lot of people who I don't know anything about them. Like, you know, like I feel like I should probably watch more YouTube. I just don't. And I need to watch more stuff, but really it's yeah, I don't watch specific, like, I don't know. That's not for me. So that's kind of about it. But all right. So Anthony and Mitch, what is it you guys wanted to talk about tonight?
You could go first.
Yeah. So it's about, like, you know, the voicemail calls that I tried to, like, you know, send in because, you know, I had like college trying to like get my degree finally before I turned 30 in 2 years. Like, I just turned 28 like the beginning of the year, so, you know, have to finish up with, you know, getting my bachelor's, and I'll be done, finally get a job and get on with my life, you know.
Yeah, it's always you know, that's definitely the idea there.
But anyways, what I was trying to like say with that whole voicemail call was, like, you know, thoughts on, like, you know, Vouch saying some pretty like shitty takes about, like, you know, child grooming, like kind of being,
well, I mean,
kind of like supporting.
Well, so I'm aware who Vosh is. I don't really watch his content, and I wasn't really looking to get into like the political stuff with this.
No, but it's basically, you know, like it kind of segues into like my later point with, like, you know, how I kind of feel like, well, I know you said something about like bread tube, like don't worry about it, that they're gonna basically fall over and die, but then again, basically the public and the mainstream media are pretty like left leaning, and the Fandom Menace, they're right leaning, and hardly anybody takes them seriously except for, like, you know, the right leaning group, and the majority of, like, I guess normies are pretty left leaning or something. So I'm like, shouldn't you be worried more about RedTube than Fandom Menace? Because, you know, Fandom Menace is like hardly anybody's gonna take them seriously except for like the loony, right? You know.
Well, I mean, again, like BreadTube. I mean, like I'm a lefty, so I identify more with like the values that BreadTube would put out there. I mean, I don't always agree with them on a lot of issues, but we do kind of cross. We do have a bit of a Venn diagram on that.
Yeah,
Whereas like they argue things that are more like, hey, listen, we need better healthcare. We need better mental health services. We need education. We need, a better infrastructure. These are things we need as a society versus like, what do you mean there's a black woman in Lord of the Rings? The fuck? Like it's so different in the response to certain issues. If the people, like, again, if you have a valid argument to make, they can make their point, but if they have to make it using the hyperbole and using the straw manning and all of that kind of nonsense. And it generally just, and again, most of the time, like, it's outdated information or it's just made up information. So that's really about it. I'm not saying, Brett, like, Vouch has got his takes. Clearly people pay attention to that. I don't always pay attention to it. I mean, as far as I know, the guy only lives like 30 minutes fucking from me.
Oh, really? Like,
I so it's like, and we have mutual friends. So,
oh, I see. Yeah, I just remember, like, he said something about, like, Joe Rogan saying the N-word is basically comparable to, like, the bombings of Nagasaki and Hiroshima and all that stuff back in, like, almost 70 years ago.
Wait, Vosh said this?
Well, apparently, according to, like, I guess a tweet that I read that, Asa, like,
there was a CNN op-ed writer who had said that the Joe Rogan saying the N-word was like his January 6th moment.
Fuck that shit.
So, but again, I'm not looking to talk politics here. Though.
Yeah,
like, that's the thing. It's like,
I
spent 4 hours with a stream. Granted, last night was a little fucking crazy, but it's like,
But to be fair to Rogan, he was dropping the N-bomb in context. He was not actually saying it to be insulting.
Well, I mean, yeah, but that's not really going to fly. I mean, it's like, I mean, I've said some dumb shit.
Didn't Spotify drop out the deal with Joe Rogan?
No, they fucking doubled down, dude.
He is their bread and butter.
So that was fake news. God damn it. Okay.
No, they removed like 70 episodes from the lineup of like several hundred episodes, and they've come out and they haven't deplatformed him or whatever, and because he pulls in a lot of money for the company. What's really funny though is you figure like everyone went after Dave Chappelle a number of months ago, and yet he just signed 4 new special deal for Netflix.
He's getting the bag with Netflix. Netflix is giving him everything.
I've said this before, but Dave Chappelle, he could retire like next week, and he could be laughing his way all his way to the bank.
You will never. Yeah. I'm sorry, but you will never cancel Chappelle. You will never cancel. I'm sorry.
Hold on, real quick, Hondo. Vito has never watched Cuties. He has not watched it. Like, you can ask him that. Like, I'm probably going to interview him for Boulder Talk here pretty soon, and we're going to go into that. But no, he's openly said he hasn't watched the movie, and he doesn't want to watch the movie. I think he just supports its right to exist, which is still where I'm not.
Didn't Netflix remove that movie already?
No. The movie came out, and it was like, it blew up, and it was like, it was in the top 10 for a while, and then they just quietly, they didn't market the movie. They just quietly let it like slip back out. They quietly let it go away. I will say this, I was watching Cuphead today. Because Cuphead dropped the first 12 episodes, and I was like, oh, it's TVY7. I thought, oh, my kid can see this, and so I put it on, and my daughter is like, oh, this is cute, and then like the second episode deals with like this demon baby, and like it gets kind of scary, and it freaked out my kid. So
yeah, that's not good. Y'all saw the Patrick Stewart video today of him lying.
About people been imitating his voice since he got on the stage.
I was like,
yeah,
man, come on, bro. Like, stop lying. I know that Kevin Feige is your best friend for 22 years already. Well, 20, almost 20. So, like, I know that, but like, come on, like, you don't need to
Patrick
lie.
Stewart?
Yeah, Patrick Stewart lying about Doctor Strange. I was like, come on, bro. Like,
a lot of people have very imitatable voices. You look at Dr. Evil, for example. His voice, that voice is basically an impression of Lorne Michaels. You know.
But it's clearly him in the Doctor Strange trailer. Because like, number one is like he talked about, wasn't last year he talked about Kevin Feige called me, talk about to come back as Professor X or something like that. So like he would love to come back. I mean, he's coming back. I mean, he's gonna die again. He died like, which that's whatever. But I know he's like trying to hype up the cameo. He's not. He's gonna be like Andrew Garfield. Like he's gonna keep denying and dying and stuff like that. But Ryan Reynolds is a terrible liar. He does not know how to lie. I'm sorry. Like he's not good.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart and Ryan Reynolds doesn't know how to lie.
Well, I think at this point, it's not so much that they have to learn how to lie. It's just like, what's the point? You know, after Spider-Man No Way Home, it's like, what's the fucking point?
Like Feige, I know Feige, you want to make $1 billion, which I think Doctor Strange is gonna hit $1 billion. I mean, there's no doubt,
dude. If fucking Captain Marvel hit $1 billion, Ant-Man fucking 3 should hit like $2 billion.
Well, you have Kang there. Just saying. You got Kang,
well, okay, but you have to look at it too from like, it's kind of like, it's like people go like, it's like people could arguing about Black Adam. Oh, but look, it's Black Adam, and you're like, yeah, and but it's Black Adam,
but
and you're
this
like, yeah,
is the first
and
time he's gonna be on the screen. Like, who the fuck?
no one,
cares?
but no one knows who the fuck he is.
Everybody been knowing Thor for the last 10 years.
You gotta chill with the Rock shit, man. Like, you gotta stop putting his cock on the pedestal, man.
No, well, I'm not talking about the Rock, man. I'm talking about the character.
Okay, never mind.
The character of Black Adam. Because people think Black Adam is gonna be like Black Lightning, and they're gonna show up and it's gonna be a Samoan dude, and they're gonna be like, the fuck? What is this like? Like, I mean, some racists are gonna say that, Anthony. Some racists are gonna say that.
Thor 4 is gonna make more money than Black Adam. I'm sorry, Thor is gonna make more money than Black Adam. It's just simple.
Oh no, 100%.
And like, and the Rock is gonna get outshined by his cast. That he always he's going to. I love Hawkman, great cast. Nobody know who the hell is the guy who's playing the guy who looked like he's getting big in the trailer. I forgot his name.
Adam Smasher.
Adam Smasher. Like, nobody know the actor.
Noah Centineo, who is like from some Netflix shit, right?
Yeah, nobody knows. Yeah, nobody knows him.
Wait,
they only know the guy. The people only know
all the people I loved or whatever type of bullshit.
To all the people I loved before, a Netflix trilogy of films.
We got Dr. Bond in the movie.
Hey, I mean, he was gonna play He-Man, then he dropped that shit out to be with Rock.
Yeah, well, I think also Sony dropped the ball on that too. I mean, but no, you do have Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate, and people have told me Dr. Fate is a cool character.
Yeah, but like, I hear when people's comparison, I hear when people every day I'm saying, "Oh, Doctor Strange who?" I was like, "Oh my god, bro!" When everybody go to theaters, everybody says, "Oh my god, that's Doctor Strange," and I lost literally like. People always say that every time, like in theaters. It's like, no, that's not Doctor Strange. That's Dr. Fate. But like, I mean, Dr. Fate's suit is not even real. His suit is CGI, and the helmet is the only real thing in there. I mean, the suit looks good in the trailer, but I hope to give us I want a Dr. Fate spinoff. I want that, but or Hawkman, I don't care. But I mean, only one character I really wanted to show up in Black Adam was like Jay Garrick, the Flash. Because he's the oldest Flash out of Barry and then the other, but like, you know, they couldn't do it. But like, it just, I mean, Black Adam's gonna make money, but I don't think it's gonna make $1 billion. I think it's gonna make like 500 something.
And then he's gonna hop to Marvel.
Oh, hey,
I'm telling you guys right now, before the end of the.
Didn't Kevin Feige say that he talked to The Rock already?
Yeah. And they're probably working out a deal just in case it all falls apart.
I don't want him at Marvel.
Let's just hope that The Rock doesn't try to like copyright claim Matt for being the Boulder or something. I don't know.
The Rock is gonna do Rock. I love The Rock. I think he played the same character in every movie. That's my problem with The Rock. That's my
do you think he
problem.
plays
Can
himself
we
when he does-
but can we get him in the live action Rick and Morty movie? Right? Rock and Morty. Morty.
Oh,
Morty, I'm Pickle Rock.
oh gosh. I thought we were gonna do a Rick and Morty live action movie.
They did a Rick and Morty like live action commercial, which was with Christopher Lloyd as Rick, which is pretty
It
cool.
went viral though. It went viral.
Well, that's kind of the point. It's like 30 seconds. It's gonna go viral.
Yeah.
So I forgot to say this earlier. When I was watching the finale of Peacemaker, my dad looked at the screen and was like, "Is that Doctor Strange flying?" And I was like, "Oh no."
You know who like The Rock should play?
No,
he
Dad,
should
it's
play
Superman.
like that guy from like an SNK game and like the King of Fighters, Cushioned Butt or whatever. So he'd be against this guy named Rock Howard. So it'd be Rock against Rock Butt.
Yeah, I like how.
Sure.
I like how, yeah. I like how Gal Gadot keep hinting that she's coming back as Wonder Woman. Is that yo, Gal? We know you're coming back in the Flash movie and Shazam next year. So like, she always keep hinting like she coming back on Twitter. It's like we know you're coming back. You're gonna appear in a Flash movie in London.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, definitely. You know, she'll be back. Because other than that, like her career hasn't really like Death on the Nile didn't go anywhere. I mean,
That was pretty good.
It only made $35 million in the box office, I believe.
I'm kind of surprised that Uncharted is looking at a 50 million take home over the 4-day weekend.
You know why? Because Tom Holland in Hollywood. That's what he is. He's people like him. Although he needs to get a better agent, he does need to get a better agent. He does need a better agent, though.
That should have been Nathan Fillion's movie.
Well,
Sony's an idiot. This Sony's.
Yeah, well, we were saying, trust me, we were saying that back in like 2010, when it was like when we found out that who was it, David O. Russell was going to direct Uncharted, you know, and you're like, why is David O. Russell going to direct Uncharted? And then it's like, you know, they're coming off of The Fighter, I think, and so at the time it was like all Oscar speculation and everything, and so you know he's like, yeah, we're gonna do Mark Wahlberg as Nate. And everyone's like, no, wait, we want Nathan Fillion. And even somebody went to David O. Russell and was like advocating for Nathan Fillion and fell on deaf ears. But you guys saw that Nathan Fillion Uncharted short film, right?
Oh, that film is amazing.
That was
yeah, you can. It's like 15 minutes.
They should do a part
where
two
is
of
it?
that.
It's on YouTube. Just look up Nathan Fillion Uncharted fan film. It literally feels like you're checking out.
But what if Sony get him to become the older version of the character?
Well, because they need to make a franchise out of it, dude. Remember, these are studios that are risk averse, right? They're risk averse. They don't want it. They don't want that. They don't want to deal with stuff like that. They want franchises that they can grow, and they want to keep Tom Holland happy over there at Sony, so he'll keep doing Spider-Man. Because
But you agree he needs a better agent, right?
I mean, yeah, I think he needs to I think he needs to work on some dramatic roles in order to kind of get his range. I like him as an actor.
TV show. He's doing an Apple TV show.
Well, he did. Well, there was Cherry, which was the Russo brothers movie that they directed, and that went to Apple TV Plus. And I heard it was okay. I haven't seen it yet.
They should cast middle-age Nathan Drake as Andrew Garfield, and then old man as Tobey Maguire.
Old man Drake.
Man, Tobey Maguire is gonna break his back.
Wait, I shouldn't have mentioned Toby. Casali might come out of Hopper Nation.
Casali will. Casali hasn't come around my channel in a while, so.
I mean, but listen, I like how people say,
Toby.
"Oh, Toby's gonna come back. Toby's gonna come back." I say, "As Spider-Man again. Do Spider-Man 4, bro. Spider-Man 4 ain't happening. I'm sorry, ain't not happening. The only way you see Toby coming back is in Secret Wars. That's it. That's it. I don't see it. I don't see it. Just don't.
I could see Toby making an appearance in Doctor Strange 2. I could see Andrew making an appearance in Doctor Strange 2.
But
Very quick.
wouldn't Sony ask a small percentage of the box office?
I mean, if they worked it as a deal, because, you know,
But
if they found a way to work it as a deal.
But what if Kevin Feige filmed Toby scenes doing No Way Home?
Maybe they did. I mean, look, the thing is, Sony wants to have a fruitful relationship with Marvel because
You think Morbius is gonna flop?
It's on April 1st.
I will put it to you like this. I am legitimately excited for Morbius.
That looks good. If you could make Blade like that.
Yeah, if you could find a way to
could.
bring Blade and Morbius together, that a lot of people would be very happy.
You saw the interview last year, right? When Amy Pascal and Kevin Feige's like, Wayman's like, Blade versus Morbius. It sounds
Wait,
good.
isn't Morpheus in the Matrix or something?
No, Morbius is the living vampire.
Mobius.
It's a live. It's a live.
Mobius is in Sonic from like the Sonic.
I know it's Morbius. Mobius is in Loki, isn't it?
Loki.
Yeah, I
don't follow
Morbius comics, books, you know. Sorry.
I'll say this. I mean, the Blade movie starts filming next year, I believe. That's the rumor.
Yeah.
Or this summer, I don't know. But
I think it starts filming this year.
The Blade movie should not cost $200 million. I'm sorry. It should be cheap. The Blade movie should cost $100 million. If
There's a hint of Blade in Eternals.
Yes, Blade was there for a quick.
Still haven't seen Eternals yet.
It's a masterpiece.
Don't watch it.
Yeah,
don't watch it.
You're like the only one. I mean, you're not the only one, H. Barts, who said that. There's other people that have said that it's quite good.
Hey,
but when you came back and you're like, it's a fucking masterpiece.
I went into the movie theater saying this was gonna be a piece of shit, and I came out like I loved it.
I was actually legitimately surprised. Yeah.
I have a feeling that Blade will show up in Moon Knight. I don't know. I don't know. Kevin Feige's lying about Moon Knight. Like, stop lying, bro. But
I think, I mean, like right now, the way I look at it is Marvel. I mean, they're in the rebuilding phase. You know, this is kind of a rebuilding phase to kind of head off towards.
You think Punisher could appear in Armor Wars?
I'm sorry, what?
Like in a Rhodey spinoff show that he's getting?
I don't know. I mean, there was Comic Book Cast put out a video today saying that there's some bad news on the Armor Wars front, but I haven't heard anything yet. I don't watch Comic Book Cast because they fucking suck ass. But
yeah, Secret Invasions just finished like yesterday.
That comes this year, yeah.
Oh my god, you have sex bots in the chat? Jesus.
Well, I always have sex bots.
Real quick, I was just wondering, have anybody ever heard of Emma Prevo's reaction and review? You know, like anybody seen his videos, even though he's long gone by now? You know
who?
Emma Prevo's. He used to be called Helsing 920. He does a show called Reaction and Review, but unfortunately, he passed away like back in 2017. But I'm kind of curious. He does like film reviews based on like watching, like reacting to films and then reviewing them. But you know, kind of curious if anybody's heard of him before.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. But hey guys, on that note, it's 1:30 a.m. my time. I have got to get to bed.
I understand.
Does anybody
Don't
like
wanna
Doug
keep
Walker?
you up too late, man? But it was good chatting with you again. You know, sorry I had to have shit to deal with my end, but you know, life is unpredictable. You gotta get the hands that you're being dealt with and do what you can with it. You know, try to like 4D chess strategize whatever life brings at you. You know, I don't know.
No, I get you, man. I get you. But you know, I was invited over to RJ's stream for a hot minute. If you guys here, I'll post it in the side chat.
I will say this, speaking of all that, it is kind of funny, Matt, that you're always attracting drama, even when it's got nothing to do with you. You know,
I'm really good at it. It's just no, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, like sometimes it works out very well in my favor. Like a couple weeks ago, it was great. And then other times it gets a little bit weird, like the beginning of the stream.
Yeah.
I mean, at least you're not like, you know, Alex Ed Prince Stairs, aka Spax 3, the ultimate Sonic fanboy, basically Christian 2.0 or whatever, you know.
That's not the guy that went into the grocery store and like killed everyone with a shotgun, right?
No, that's
that's Randy Stair. That's Randy Stair.
Like,
yeah,
he's into like, you know, being like a ghost tranny or something for like Danny Phantom, like a Nickelodeon show back in the day.
That's a weird one and stuff. But all right, everybody. Well, hey, listen, I just dropped a link for RJ's stream. They're still going strong over there. I'm going to pop over for a few minutes while this stream finish processes, and then I'm going to go to bed. Tomorrow night I should be on, but I'm going to try to prep some discussion stuff that's not like movie news, because I don't think there's going to be much on Sunday, but we'll see. We will see. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for coming on in. Have yourself a great night, everybody, and peace out.